run up to the court, they better be aware of that. Of course, look at the ceiling. What up, Mr. Floyd? Yeah, Collinsville. And yes, I'm glad to say that I'm a Kahok. I'm about to graduate. Yeah, you know what it is, high school. I said, yeah, screaming that's us. Boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything get purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
White and purple, yeah, I know you see it. You see the chaos and you tell yourself you wanna be it. I go to see it, chess, so I am a champ. I ran this game so long, I'm starting to get a stomach cramp. Class of one, number one. Shout out to all my juniors, yeah, you know we get it. And purple, you already know. It's little easy peasy and that boy lay low.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything get purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
I'm on my white and purple, Scarface and DJ Screw. We on the peak of the mountain, best that we the champ on me, but we ain't selling shoes. These boys bleeding purple, call us the cheapest crew. They don't gotta do it big, cause I don't play my cards right. Now we're boarded up, 12 comes, it's time to roll off. I'm in the back cause everybody K-Hawks.
It is.
All the fresh college boys.
High school, champions.
Yeah, they know what it is.
All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
And a very good evening to everyone, and welcome to Kahok Stadium here on the campus of Collinsville High School. I am Todd Duke. We are here for week number 5 of the high school football season as your Collinsville Kahoks get ready to take on the Granite City Warriors. Looks like we got some glitching going on with the camera, so that's my own camera, and I don't know what to do at this particular point because I don't even think I have anybody to run it. So the plan is to switch over from the video camera you see now to the huddle camera attached to the press box here because I really don't have anybody to run the camera tonight. So we're going to hope that things work out once that switch over happens, but I have to wait till about 6:45 to do that. At any rate, we'll continue on here with pregame coverage and our pregame show brought to you tonight by Chiropractic Works in Collinsville. And that is owned and operated by Dr. Chris McCluskey. He and his crew are focused on helping as many people as possible live high-quality lives all through chiropractic care and wellness. You can visit Dr. McCluskey at Chiropractic Works in Collinsville at 410 Regency Center, just off of the Beltline Road in Collinsville, or give them a call at 618-343-3602 or online at chiropracticworkscollinsville.com. Well, the Kahoks come into this contest with an even record of 2-2. Under their third-year head coach Colton Rhodes, who brings with him tonight a record of 19-6. Granite City on the other side of the field, they have an 0-4 record, and they are coached by Kendall Lyons, who is in his second year and has a record of 1-12. Kahoks are coming off of their second loss of the year, and that marks the first time in the Colton Rhodes era that the team has 2 losses on the regular season schedule. Last week, Collinsville lost 33-24 at Mount Vernon to fall to 2-2 on the season. Turnovers, penalties, and just an inability to turn red zone possessions into points spelled doom for the Kahawks. Throw in 4 missed 2-point conversions, and it all equaled loss number 2 on the season. Quarterback Darren Pennell went 12 of 25 for 123 yards and a touchdown, plus 3 interceptions for his first INTs of the year. Ryan McIntyre had 9 carries for 37 yards to lead the Kahawks rushing attack. He had a touchdown to go with it as well. Chase Reynolds recovered a fumble for a touchdown and received a 76-yard touchdown pass. Granite City comes to Kahok Stadium on the heels of having to forfeit their game last week against Centralia following a on-the-field altercation in a home game against Cahokia in week number 3. The Warriors have allowed 45 points or more in all of their field losses, with 2 teams eclipsing the 50-point mark. Granite City is in the midst of a 9-game losing skid, with their last win coming in a 51-34 victory against Madison in a Week 4 matchup last season. And that is the only win for Granite City over the last 3.5 seasons since going 3-6 in 2019. Lyons is the Warriors' 4th head coach since the end of the 2017 season. Had a chance a little while ago to catch up with Collinsville head coach Colton Rhodes, and we will pass that conversation on to you next as the Chiropractic Works pregame show continues here on the Kahawk Sports Network.
The Ortho Gold TRT tissue regeneration machine is revolutionary new technology. It's known as a shockwave machine. In the hospital setting, it's lithotripsy. The machine looks sort of like an ultrasound head, but it's much different technology. It drives sound waves into tissue at 3,500 miles an hour. Non-invasive treatment. This is revolutionary technology. It's great for acute, which means injured tissue, new injuries per se conditions. We have many people who have canceled knee replacements and shoulder replacements and lots of plantar fasciitis, foot, ankle problems. Overall, the Ortho Gold TRT soft wave machine we've been very excited to bring it to our party, helped a tremendous amount of people with it, and we're looking forward to helping a lot.
Diamonds for Kahawks is a facility improvement project to develop a baseball, softball, and football/soccer field for CHS students and our communities to utilize. The project includes 2 baseball fields, 2 softball fields, a soccer/football field, concession stand, bathrooms, and parking. The development of this facility will benefit the band, PE classes, baseball team, softball team, and soccer team with a centralized location, ease of access, and an eye-catching complex. Please contact A.D. Clay Smith to donate to this project or visit the Collinsville Area Community Foundation website to make your tax-deductible donation today.
Visionary Wealth Advisor, we empower you to see your before it's your future. Your inheritance. To build your vision. To anticipate the known and unknown. And to find potential in both. And build visionary.
Visit Brad Keene at his Collinsville office at 106 North Clinton or call 618-467-8420. Do you have a big land improvement project that requires some outside help? Call Petroff Trucking Company. The Petroff Companies have been shaping the metro area since 1975. Family owned and operated, Petroff Trucking Company can do the job and do it right. Hauling, excavating, and grading, they do that and more. Petroff Companies also has roll-off dumpster rentals. They also specialize in dirt and rock sales. Petroff Trucking Company can help you develop your land for your needs. Petroff Trucking Company. Check out their website, petrofftrucking.com, or give them a call, 618-797-6100. Petroff Trucking Company, shaping the metro area since 1975.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahawk Athletics. Great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks. We like to coach you through the buying process and refinance process. Anything you do, I can be reached at 618-973-43 www.dan.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you, and go Kahawks.
My name is Rayshawn Taylor, collegiate basketball player at SIUE. At the end of January, I had an ACL injury. I've been searching to come back as best as I can after the construction. Dr. Chris introduced me to the Shockwave machine. I'm scared because I didn't want it to shock me and hurt me too bad. And I had heard something about it, and I did my. Turns out it didn't actually hurt, and it just fine. It's to promote the healing, and I've actually had this surgery before. This time I feel my feet quicker, much faster than I was up to this point. And honestly, I feel like I could play right now. I'm excited back on the court. Thankful that Dr. Chris introduced me to this.
And we welcome you back into the Chiropractic Works pregame show here on the Kahok Sports Network. Seems like we've been on the road forever, but we're back at home, and we have 2 straight weeks here on the home turf, starting tonight as the Granite City Warriors come to town. And joining me now is third-year Collinsville head football coach Colton Rhodes. Well, Coach, we got to go back and talk about that 33-24 loss at Mount Vernon last week, week number 4 of the high school football season. So, from your perspective, give us the Coach Rhodes point of view of that game.
Yeah, we just played really bad. I mean, we didn't coach our best game. We didn't play our best game. And when you do that in high school football, you're going to lose the game. We had too many turnovers, and our turnovers just came from making mistakes, whether that was penalties, and we were, shot down on 4th and goal from 28 yards or whatever, so we threw one up in the end zone. And then the other 2 interceptions came from guys running the wrong routes and some miscommunication. So we just got to lock in, focus better, and do the right things, and I think that'll happen this week. But we took all week of practice trying to focus on being better and being more locked in, ready to go, so hopefully we can show that tonight.
I interviewed your offensive coordinator, Drew Cordes, in the postgame show after that game, and he said, hey, man, a bad week of practice led to a bad game. So with that in mind, how was practice this week?
Practice was a lot better this week. I think the kids kind of realized that you can't really, mess around, goof around, and practice as much, and we really want to prepare every single week like we need to, and I think this week kind of started that, and hopefully we kind of get into that trend and kind of follow that path there and keep practicing that way, and hopefully it leads to success here Friday nights.
This is a little bit of rarefied air for you, man. You guys have not lost 2 regular season games since you took over.
Yeah, it's true. It's going to happen sometime, but I wish it didn't happen this week. I wish we could have played bad and still won, but when you get all those penalties and those drops, they really kill you a little bit on the offensive side, and then the defensive side, we just didn't make the plays we needed to, and they needed to happen. But we're going to move on from that, and week 5 is going to be better, I have a feeling, so hopefully we can keep that going.
All right, let's talk about the play that Mount Vernon went offside when you guys were trying your extra point kick. And when they did that, they moved the ball up a little farther, and you guys decided to go for 2. And I have never seen a play where another team gets penalized and it ends up helping them out.
Yeah, I mean, looking back at it, we wish we could have got that too. But when you go for 2 4 times, and you have that one where you get stuffed at the line, you have another one where the running back looks like he's in, one person calls it in, the other person calls it out, and then you have 2 drop passes on the other two-point conversions. It was just like, man, we couldn't buy a 2-point conversion, so that led us to chasing the whole game. So, looking back, you wish you would have just kicked the 1, but if you can't score from the 1.5-yard line, what are you doing anyway? So we should be able to score from that. So
right after that 2-point conversion got denied after one referee said it was good, one referee said it was not, you guys tried an onside kick, and then you got flagged late. So can you explain to us what the rule was that you broke that caused the flags?
Yeah, so I was really upset about it, but it turns out we did break the rule because, so anyways, when you line up for a kickoff, you have to have either 5 on each side, or you can have 6 and 4 on each side. So when we practice our onside kicks, we like to line up 6 guys on one, 4 on the other, overload one side, hopefully the defense goes that way, and then quickly switch 2 guys to the other side, kick it to that side, and try and get it. We did that. However, the problem was we started with 5 and 5. So when we sent the 2 guys back over to the other side, we had 7 on one side and 3 on the other, which is illegal, and our guy that was supposed to switch sides just didn't switch sides in that moment. So we're hoping we definitely cleared that up this week in practice.
All right, let's talk about some positive. How about that 61-yard fumble recovery? by Chase Reynolds, man. Amari Berry just knocked that ball right out of the quarterback's hands and bounced right up into Chase Reynolds.
Yeah, Chase Reynolds played a great game offensively and defensively there, scoring touchdowns all over the place. And we really like what Amari Berry's done for us, kind of moving him down to the defensive line. He's quick, he's strong, he's fast, and he plays with a really, really good motor, and that's kind of what we need on that D-line. So we're going to try and get him some more action there tonight. But that play was awesome, gave us some momentum. We just couldn't capitalize anything else after it.
All right, talk to me about the play where Chase Reynolds got the little sideline pass and then threw the touchdown to Ryan McIntyre on kind of an option play. What do you call that, and how did you design it?
Oh, so we call that double trouble. So we call it a double trouble because it's a double pass play that we kind of designed up. So we line up in our trip set and we make sure it's a backwards pass to Chase, and we have our two receivers there blocking. So then we leak the running back out of the backfield kind of on a corner route. Hopefully nobody sees him. And then we also have KJ on the backside running a post across the middle of the field. And both routes were pretty open, and Chase threw a perfect pass there. Luckily, I started thinking about it in time, and I got Chase off the kickoff return. I said, Chase, you need to start warming up your arm because we're going to call this play first. And, I'm glad it worked out. He threw the best pass he's ever thrown before, so we'll take it.
All right, talk to me about what the game plan is for this week for your Collinsville Chaos. You're going against a team that had to forfeit last week, so either A, they're rested, or B, they're rusty.
Yeah, so we're gonna take it that they're rested, and we're gonna focus on doing the best game that we can for ourselves. That's all been our focus this week. Is I don't care what Granite City's record is. I don't care if they played last week or not. We're going into this game with an intense focus on being the best team on the field and doing our job every single play, and getting out of here on Friday night on the right side of the scoreboard this time.
All right, so they didn't have a game, so there was no last week's game film to watch. And then, lo and behold, we all get the new roster handed to us today, and there's a bunch of guys that are scratched off the roster. I don't know why. I'm not going to speculate why, but how does that figure into your game plan when you're game planning for Kendrick Lyons at quarterback, and he's probably not going to play?
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to change too much. I'm assuming if they scratched them out right before they sent it to us, I'm assuming they're not changing their game plan too much or being able to, maybe they're going to – I don't think they're going to switch an entire offense around just because their quarterback's not out. I'm assuming this guy's been taking some backup reps and doing the same things that Kendrick was. Maybe not to his extent of skill-wise, but I'm sure he's doing the same thing. So we're going to be prepared for that. And if they switch it up on us, we'll just have to navigate on the fly and adjust as best we can. But we're going to be ready to go no matter what they bring.
All right, so what have we learned from the game tape that you have watched of Granite City? What worries you the most about the Warriors?
I would just say their speed. Their overall speed's really, really good, both at the quarterback and the skill positions on offense and defense. They match up well with us in speed. Some of these games earlier in the season, Centralia, Carbondale, I thought we definitely had the speed advantage, and we were able to capitalize that a lot on both sides of the ball. And this week, that speed advantage is going to be kind of nullified, kind of like it was against Belleville East. So that's going to be one of those things that we'll have to work with. But as long as we're in the right spots and doing our job, we should be okay.
Thanks for the visit, Coach. Good luck.
No problem. Thank you.
And that's Colton Rhodes, your Collinsville Kahok football head coach. We'll take a break here on the Chiropractic Works pregame show. When we come back, we'll set some starters for you. All that and more coming up on the Kahok Sports Network.
My name is Rayshawn Taylor, collegian basketball player at SIUE. At the end of January, I had a ACL, searching for ways to come back as I can after the construction. Dr. Chris introduced me to the Shockwave machine. I'm gonna be honest, at first I was kind of scared because I didn't want it to shock me and hurt me too bad. And I had heard something about it and I did my research on it, the surgery before. This time I feel like I'm back on my feet quicker, much faster. I'm much stronger than I was up to this point last time. And honestly, I feel like I could play right now. I'm excited to get back on the court. Thankful that Dr. Chris introduced me to this.
Hi, Purple and White fans.
Plumbing or electrical problems? Is your AC or heater on the fritz? There are dozens of companies out there, but do you really know who you're letting in your home? Trust Tiger. Our technicians are clean-cut, drug-free, and background checked. What other company can make this bold statement? Our 24-hour emergency service will ensure your plumbing, heating, AC, and electric are up and running no matter what time of day it is. Schedule your appointment today. Tiger Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical Services. We earn our stripes every day.
Pack Mail of Collinsville, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because, well, you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail at 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, We ship stlouis.com or call Pack Mail at 346-4884. The Collinsville Education Association is a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education and represent over 400 educators in 11 schools in both Madison and St. Clair counties. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page or the CEA's website at collinsvillecea.org.
Your home is where you feel happy, safe, and secure. So if you see signs of foundation problems like cracks or uneven floors, worrying is natural, and getting it fixed is crucial. Woods Basement Systems understands. We've been solving foundation worries since 1986. Woods experts have the training and equipment to make permanent repairs. So stop worrying, because with Woods, it's fixed forever. Foundation problems don't get better with time, they get better with Woods, the all things basement-y experts. Call or go to woodsbasementsystems.com today.
Collinsville High School alumni Stacy Lauenstein, CHS class of 91, Lisa Bassetto, Sarah Sulke, and Tracy Limp, CHS class of 94, Tony Geisen, CHS class of 96, and Kevin Robinson, CHS class of 99, want to wish all of our Kahawks a great year. We look forward to cheering you on and supporting you. Work hard on the court and the field, as well as in the classroom. Remember, once a Kahawk, always a Kahawk. Hashtag Kahawk Family. And once again, we welcome you back to Kahok Stadium here on the campus of Collinsville High School. My name is Todd Duke. I got a camera guy. Woohoo! Owen Dressler from Muscuda High School is here visiting. Dr. McCluskey knows him and his dad and brought him up to the booth to kind of check out the whole setup that we have here. When I started talking about what my problems were, they offered to run the camera, so we already switched over to the hot spot, and wouldn't you know it, we don't have any more glitching going on. So we're going to have to kind of figure out what's going on with this internet system up here, because this is the second home game in which we've had to do that. At any rate, let's get going here, and we will let you know that Granite City won the coin toss, and they elected to defer. So Collinsville will get the ball first, and when they do, you will see on offense your quarterback, number 5, Darren Pinnell, the 6'1", 175-pound senior. Running back tonight is Ryan McIntyre, the 5'9", 170-pound senior. Wide receivers, 3 of them in the starting lineup tonight. Jalik Nelson, number 7, 6', 165-pound senior. Number 24, KJ Thorpe Watt, 6'2", 180-pound senior. Wide receiver, number 14, Amari Rogers Parrott, a 5'11", 180-pound junior. The tight end will be in the mix here tonight, and that is Devin Habermill. He is a 6'2", 230-pound junior. And your front line consists of your left tackle, number 78, Caden Hearn, 6', 265-pound junior. Your left guard is Edwin Kircher, a 5'11", 210-pound senior. Your center is number 76, Corey Patton, a 5'10", 215-pound senior. Your right guard is Thomas Kohler, a 5'11", 250-pound senior. And your right tackle is Jack Shepard, the 6'2", 250-pound junior. When Collinsville heads out on the defensive side of things, your front line will consist of 2 defensive ends. Number 4, Amari Berry, the 6'1", 185-pound senior, and the other one, Devin Habermill. We already talked about him. Your nose tackle is Thomas Kohler. We have already mentioned him as well. Zay Norton and Roland Arms and Michael Tange are your inside linebackers tonight for the Collinsville defense. Norton, a 5'10", 210-pound senior. Arms, a 5'10", 190-pound senior. And Tange, a 6', 185-pound junior. Your joker tonight is number 8, Darius Williams, a 5'10", 165-pound senior. And your rover is number 1, Chase Reynolds, a 5'9", 170-pound junior. 2 cornerbacks for you tonight. Jalik Nelson, we told you about him because he's one of our wide receivers. Isaiah Gordon is the other cornerback. He is number 20 in your program and stands at 5'10", weighs 160 pounds, and he is a senior. And your free safety when the Collinsville Kahawks take the defensive side of the ball will be your quarterback, Darren Pinnell. So you are now all filled in on the starters. Do not know the starters for Granite City tonight. They sent out a new roster this morning after I got a roster, I believe, on Tuesday, and they sent out a new one today that had 5 kids crossed off through that roster. So there are some kids that probably received some punishment for the altercation against Cahokia. And one of those kids on the roster was their starting quarterback, Kendrick Lyons, who before that game against Cahokia, or actually during it as well, went 27 of 58 for 377 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions. I believe the backup quarterback, Jack Brooks, who is a sophomore, will get the start here tonight for Granite City. And so far this year as the backup, he has thrown 3 completions out of 7 attempts, and that's for 38 yards and an interception. So we're going to just kind of figure out things here together tonight as far as Granite City is concerned, as we are just about ready to get some action going here. We're going to take one more timeout. When we come back, Dr. Chris McCluskey will join me in the booth, and we'll be back to tell you all about this game between Collinsville and Granite City right here on the Kahok Sports Network. Just because we're adults doesn't mean we don't have toys, am I right? If your adult toys consist of boats, campers, or RVs, then you need to call the GASA storage team of professionals. Winter weather in the Midwest can be quite harsh, and finding a place to properly store those expensive toys for winter can be just as rough as a Midwest winter. That's where the GASA storage team comes in, with outdoor self-storage and covered storage for your toys. They even have tractor-trailer parking, conveniently located at Horseshoe Lake Road and 111 in Pontoon Beach. GASA Storage, for the safe storage of all of your toys. Contact the GASA Storage Team, gasastorage@gmail.com, or call today, GASA Storage Team, 618-797-6100. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville produces their own spirits and beer on site, right at the restaurant. Pair that with some of the most unique menu items around the entire metro area, and you can see why they are such a hit. They can handle you and your family, or they can handle you and your group. Throw in the occasional live entertainment, and you can see why Old Herald Brewery and Distillery is a must-stop destination in Collinsville. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery, 115 East Clay Street in Collinsville, 618-855-8027, or online at oldheraldbrewing.com. Well, once again, we welcome you back to Kahok Stadium. Todd Duke is my name. Dr. Chris McCluskey on the other microphone. And a big thank you once again to Owen Dressler for hooking up and playing the camera for us tonight. Playing camera guy. He's from Muscuda High School. We certainly do appreciate him coming in. What's up, Dr. Chris?
Hey, man, thanks for having me back in the booth. Excited for another home edition of Collinsville Kahok football. Looks like we're about ready to go.
We are about ready to go. Chase Reynolds and Ryan McIntyre stand deep as Granite City gets ready to kick things off, and they'll get us going here. And we are underway, and that ball will go out of bounds. And that will mean that Collinsville will start their first possession on the 40-yard line. I got to adjust my microphones here. I had it set up in play. So give me just a second, and we are good to go.
Back in action.
Back in action. All right, Collinsville taking the ball first, and that means that Darren Pinnell will lead his team onto the field. Darren on the year, 53 of 92, 725 yards, 7 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions. All 3 of those interceptions came last week in that game against Mount Vernon. We got to find a way to rebound from that, Dr. Chris.
Well, part of the issue with those interceptions was miscommunication between the quarterback and his receivers. There were a lot of incorrect routes run, which led to those interceptions. So I heard through the grapevine that they got that cleaned up in practice this week, so we shall see.
Yeah, that's what the coach said at the pregame interview, so you are exactly right. We shall see. Ryan McIntyre is the lone running back right now, 33 carries on the year, 205 yards, 4 touchdowns. He averages 6.2 yards a carry, so you give it to him twice, we got a first down, right?
You're good at math, Todd.
I'm trying. Well, McIntyre goes into motion. He's going to get the pass in the backfield. He takes it, and he'll scoot up that far sideline. He's got some room, and he'll run out of room in front of the Granite City bench, but not before. McIntyre picks up a first down, so first play of the game, first down Collinsville.
That's some nice run after catch yardage coming from McIntyre, just swinging out of the backfield. Kahawks moved the chains on the first play of the game.
Like what I see so far, and that's just the first play of the game. 48-yard line is where the ball sits. First down and 10 for Collinsville. We're just underway here in the first quarter. You got a 3 wide receiver set over here on this left side of the formation, empty on the right side, and the handoff is going to go to McIntyre. He goes over to that empty right side, and that front line for Granite City closed in quick.
Yeah, well played by the Granite City line and linebacking core. I think we tried to dupe them a little bit, loading up the strong side, going weak, and Granite City was not having it.
Wide receivers for you, Amari Rogers-Parrott. He's the leading receiver for Collinsville, 17 catches on the year, 260 yards, 3 touchdowns already on the year, and he averages about 15 yards per catch. So I like the combination there of Pinnell and Rogers. And speaking of which, there it is right there over here on this left side, and Rogers is off to the races until he is finally brought down on an out-of-bounds tackle at the sideline. I believe that was Ryan Brokaw. Or no, yeah, it is Ryan Brokaw, 5'8", 155-pound defensive back. He's a sophomore, and I believe that he will be their featured running back tonight once Granite City goes on offense.
Yeah, big yardage play for Rogers. Collinsville breaks the huddle quick, and it looks like they're anxious to get in the end zone on the north side of the field.
3 wide receivers on the right side, 1 over here on the left. That's Nelson. Lone running back again is McIntyre. He'll take the handoff from Pinnell, skips past 1, spins past another. He's on the sideline, and he'll get brought down inside the 10-yard line, or excuse me, inside the 15-yard line, and they'll mark him down at about the 12. And looks like he got enough for a first down, and they'll move the chains once again.
Yeah, it looks like Collinsville is exposing the outside edge of Granite City. Linebackers are holding strong, so it looks like Granite's cornerbacks and the outside backers are going to have to do a better job of trying to contain Collinsville on the edge.
So another fresh set of downs here for the Kahawks. First down and 10. Ball on the Granite City 13-yard line. Same formation, 3 wide right, 1 left. And here is Darren Pinnell with a keeper. He's got some room, and he's going to go in for a touchdown.
Nice run right up the gut. Darren Pinnell had a little space, and then he just buries his head and runs right over Granite City's safety to put 6 points up on the board here early in the game at Kahok Stadium.
Very early in the game. 10:28 still to play here in this first quarter, in Collinsville hits pay dirt first, 6-0 in favor of the Kahawks. And now the extra point try here by Nick Shantz, who has only missed 1 extra point this year. Got a field goal to his credit. Didn't get to kick last week. They were going to put him out there for that first touchdown, but once Mount Vernon went off sides, Collinsville tried the 2-point conversion, and then they were married to the 2-point conversion for the rest of the game. Kick is good from Nick Shantz. Collinsville goes up 7-0, and that takes us to our first game timeout, and we'll be right back after that timeout here on the Kahawk Sports Network. Looking to buy a new home or sell your current home? Trust the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty with all of your real estate needs. The real estate market is hot right now, and you can trust the years of experience the Blaylock Group brings to the table. The Blaylock Group can help you find your dream home, or they can help you get top dollar for your current home. Give Peyton or Emily Blaylock a call today at the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty, 618-780-4622. That's 618-780-4622. The Blaylock Group of eXp Realty. Once again, we welcome you back to Kahawk Stadium here at Collinsville High School. About 6-play drive for Collinsville, and it didn't take them long. A 13-yard run by Darren Pinnell, the extra point added on by Nick Shantz, and Collinsville already up 7-0. As we get ready to watch Matt Reynolds kick the ball off, and back deep. I believe that is Ryan Brokaw over here on the near side. Can't tell yet who's over on the far side. They have another number 5, so I think that's Kason Emerson. And Reynolds is ready to kick off. And the ball is on the way. Reynolds kicks it nice and high and deep. Going to be taken at about the 13-yard line and brought up, and a little bit of room there to run. And finally, running out of room was Ryan Brokaw, and Granite City's not going to have too bad a starting field position as they'll start on their own 30-yard line for their first possession on offense.
Yeah, nice snag by Isaiah Gordon there. The return man from Granite had a seam up the middle, and Isaiah Gordon grabbed a hold of him, and had he not made that tackle, that could have been a large return.
Matt Reynolds, by the way, averaging almost 40 yards per kickoff. Has yet to get a touchback, though. Is getting them to around the 10-yard line, sometimes a little bit inside the 10-yard line, but nothing in the end zone yet. All right, Jack Brooks, he is the quarterback for Granite City tonight. 3 of 7 on the year, 38 yards and 1 interception in very limited action. He takes the place of Kendrick Lyons as he hands the ball off and does so to Ryan Brokaw. And Brokaw, I think, lost a couple of yards on the play, ended up back behind the line of scrimmage when he was finally tackled. So it'll be a loss of about 2 on the play and bring up a 2nd down and 12 for the Warriors.
Number 60, senior Thomas Kohler on the unassisted tackle there. He came right off of the line, pretty much untouched by his blocker, and made nothing. Actually made negative of that play for Granite.
9:50 left to go here in this opening quarter. You see all the gold T-shirts out there. It is the Golden Game in support of childhood cancer awareness. So lots of folks out there wearing gold. The cheerleaders have gold ribbons in their hair, and the players came out here wearing gold shirts underneath their jerseys. And another play that's going to go for a loss, and Collinsville's defense is right now all over the Granite City offense as the handoff once again went to Ryan Brokaw, and Brokaw lost another couple of yards, and it's going to bring up a 2nd down and about 16, or 3rd down and 16 for Granite City.
Yeah, number 4, Amari Berry, came through untouched there and created another loss for Granite City to put them at 3rd and long.
Yeah, I had to ask Cross. I got the starters texted to me today from Colton Rhodes, and he said defensive end number 4, Amari Berry, 6'1", 185 pounds. I'm like, what happened to the 250-pound guys? I had to check with Delvin Cross, who works with me at Hollywood Heights School. I'm like, is this right? And he's like, yeah, that's right. I'm like, okay, I thought it was a typo. And we're going to have a timeout called against Granite City. So Granite City will burn their first timeout. We'll take a timeout right along with them, and we're back in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
The Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network from day one. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that go towards helping the needy in Collinsville. If you would like any information on any event sponsored by the Collinsville Junior Service Club, head to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, and then click on the event tab. We thank the Collinsville Junior Service Club for their continued support of the Kahok Sports Network and KahokSports.com.
Don't forget the Collinsville Junior Service Club Golf Scramble is set for Sunday, October 1st at Arlington Greens Golf Course in Granite City. For more information, give them a call at 618-210-7273. We welcome you back to Kahok Stadium. Todd Duke, Dr. Chris McCluskey along with you as the next play from scrimmage also doesn't get very far. They got a couple of yards back, and that was a run by Isaiah Ford, the 6'2", 170-pound wide receiver he's listed as on the roster. He's a junior, but they're going to put a lot of guys into different positions tonight.
Well, he actually went out in the flats, and that was a pass and catch, but it was a short pass, so you could consider it a run, right?
I wasn't watching. I was reading my Junior Service Club tagline there.
I know.
So forgive me.
It was actually a nice ball by the quarterback, so I want to give him some credit. Nice pass and catch. It was just too short.
4th down, and the snap goes over the head of Brokaw into the end zone. Collinsville is going to come up with the ball. Chase Reynolds recovers, and that is a touchdown for the Kahawks.
Yeah, poor punter from Granite City. Ball went over his head. He just didn't have any chance. And with the speed of Reynolds, he flew into the end zone, dove on that ball, and that's good for a defensive special teams touchdown. We don't see that very often.
No, we sure don't. Recovered by Chase Reynolds. Boy, I tell you what, Chase is doing things right. Got the big fumble recovery when Amari Berry knocked the ball out of the hands of the quarterback last week at Mount Vernon. And, there's a high snap. Pinnell has to reach up and grab it. He'll throw on the run, and he'll throw it out of the back of the end zone. So the 1-point conversion turning into a 2-point conversion didn't work.
Well, it did rain quite a bit here this afternoon. So, these snappers might be having a little trouble due to moisture.
Yeah, it started raining about 10 minutes after 3 o'clock at my house, and I got here at 5 o'clock, and the rain was still falling, but it lightened up as we went along and finally stopped, I want to say, around 5:30, 5:45. But it already had soaked everything. We had some thunder and some lightning. We're glad it all moved out because we did not want this game to be delayed by any stretch of the imagination. 7:56 left to play here in the first. 13-0 in favor of Collinsville. And Granite City is about to get the ball back again. So big defensive stand by Collinsville, a 3-and-out against Granite City on their first possession, and then the unfortunate snap over the head of the punter, Ryan Brokaw, and it went back into the end zone where Chase Reynolds jumped on top of it for a touchdown, and Collinsville is off to a 13-0 lead.
Well, credit these Granite City kids. I think we all know they've had some issues, and so we've got some players missing, and you know, their backs are against the wall. And for them to come out here and just fight and play with good sportsmanship, hats off to them.
For sure. Matt Reynolds due to kick off again. He does so, and once again, it's going to go over to the near side, but this time it is taken by number 3, which I don't have on my roster because he was actually scratched off, and he's going to be dropped at the 15-yard line, so that is where Granite City will start their next possession.
Yeah, a whole host of Collinsville kickoff guys in pursuit, making the tackle there on the 15, so that's going to put Granite City back against the wall once again, and you're going to see our Kahok defense, linebackers Zay Norton and Roland Arms holding down the middle. We've got Darren Pinnell and Chase Reynolds in the backfield, big Devin Habermail on the line. This is quite a defensive squad we've put together.
Sure is. Yeah, they scratched out number 2, 3, 4, 5, and 11 on the Granite City roster, but they replaced number 2 with another guy. They replaced number 5 with another guy, but they did not replace number 3, so I have no idea who that was. At any rate, here's Jack Brooks in shotgun once again. He takes the snap, and he's going to hand the ball off, and once again, Collinsville's defense is just going to swarm him, and he's down inside the 10-yard line now. That's going to be another big loss on the play.
Yeah, I think from what I understand, Granite City brought a bunch of underclassmen and left some of those upperclassmen guys who had some issues at home. And so, you know, at any rate, it's going to be a good experience for them. You know, you want Collinsville to play hard. Hopefully we can run up a lead and maybe get our younger guys in and, you know, get all the younger guys some experience.
That's why I got more names on my list than I normally do. It normally looks like that. Now it looks like this because I was kind of thinking that might happen.
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah. All right, 2 wide receivers come over here on the near side. One of them is Kason Emerson. The other one, Isaiah Ford. As Jack Brooks is in shotgun once again. He has a running back over his right shoulder, but we have flags and we have a delay of game. So that's going to cost Granite City another 5 yards. They were already looking at a 2nd down and 15. Now they're going to be looking at a 2nd down and 20.
Well, the problems just get a little tougher for Granite here as they move backwards. So we'll see what they have up their sleeve on a 2nd down and what appears to be the ketchup bottle. Todd.
Yeah, they need to get somewhere down there by LC's Pub. That's a long way to go. All right, once again, Brooks is in shotgun. This time he stands on the goal line, so not a lot of room to move there. Collinsville jumped. Unless somebody made them move, it is going to be it's going to be a false start against Granite City. So half the distance to the goal line is going to put them back at about the 2.5-yard line.
Well, Collinsville is looking to bring the heat there. I think they're smelling safety right now, just to not put that notch in their belt. And Granite City just couldn't hold still, and they jumped, and that's going to move them back just a little bit further.
Yeah. Now they're faced with a 2nd down and even longer, 23 yards. They need to get up to the the 25-yard line. So you're looking at about a 2nd down and 23 to go. Not a lot of room to move, so I don't know if it would be wise to hand the ball off after Collinsville has pretty much taken care of all the running plays to this point. Here's the snap, and back to pass, a throw, and it's intercepted, and Collinsville will take it in. Darren Pinnell with a 3-yard interception. Collinsville back on the board once again.
Well, you know, Pinnell doesn't get to catch balls this year
like
he's used to, so he figured he would go ahead and figure out how to catch a ball and score a touchdown after the catch, and he sure did it.
Well, the only other way you can do it is to bounce it off somebody's helmet and then take it in, so we'll see if he can do that at some point this year.
Don't give him any ideas, Todd.
No. Nick Shantz on to try the extra point. Last time the snap was high, and Pinnell didn't have much of a choice than to jump up, grab it, and try to pass it into the end zone for 2 points. That one's a much better snap, and the kick is good by Nick Shantz. and Collinsville has themselves a 20-0 lead here, and we still have 5:59 left to play in quarter number 1. Time for a timeout. Granite City will get the ball back once again when we come back from this timeout on the Kahok Sports Network. Todd Duke here, proud member of the Collinsville Educational Assistance Association. Whether you call us teachers' aides, paraprofessionals, or educational assistants, it all comes down to one thing: taking care of students. More importantly, your student. Yes, we are there for the teachers, and we help them in any way possible. But our goals are in line with our teachers, in that we want to see our students succeed at not only being a student, but well beyond that as we ready them for the world outside of the classroom. We are Union Strong. We are Kahok Strong. We strive to help students reach their potential. We are the Collinsville Educational Assistance Association. Go Kahawks! Once again, welcome back to Kahawk Stadium. 5:59 left to play here in this first quarter, 20-0 in favor of Collinsville, and Matt Reynolds is getting that leg a big workout as the kickoff return is on its way, caught at the 12 and ran across the 30-yard line once again by Ryan Brokaw. So again, Granite City, they'll have a little bit starting better field position this time than they did last time, but they started at the 30 last time, and they kind of went backwards.
Yeah, and they had a receiver open, and it was a good ball by the quarterback. Looked like they were going to get some yardage, and Pinnell just jumped the route.
Sure did.
And ruined their day in a hurry, tacking up another 6 points on the board for Collinsville.
20-0 in favor of the Kahawks. As Granite City breaks huddle, they come from the sideline, so all of them got a little talking to over there by the head coach. And once again, Jack Brooks settles in at shotgun, and behind him is Ryan Brokaw. Two wide receivers over here on the near side. One goes into motion, and he'll get the handoff, and then he'll get swarmed. Granite City's running game, if it's not going to work, they're going to be in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, well, they haven't shown any effectiveness with it so far. Collinsville's defense is just, there's just no question they're winning the battle at the line of scrimmage. They're penetrating into the backfield nearly every play.
So we've had a 13-yard run on offense for Collinsville on their first possession. A bad snap that went over the punter's head into the end zone that Chase Reynolds jumped on for a touchdown, and a 3-yard interception by Darren Pinnell for another touchdown. About the only thing we're missing so far is a field goal and a safety.
Stick around, Todd.
I know. It's early. Collinsville showing blitz. They hand the ball off, and a little bit better on the yardage situation, but back up to the original line of scrimmage for Ryan Brokaw. And it'll be 3rd down and 10 here coming up for Granite City.
Yeah, a little bit of positive yardage there. And, football's a game of adjustments, right? I'm sure their coaches over there trying to figure out, okay, what can we pull out of our sleeve to at least start gaining some positive yardage. So look for Granite to be trying to do some different things here on this drive.
2 wide receivers come out of the huddle and come over here on this near side. One of those is Isaiah Ford, and the other one is Kason Emerson. We'll see if they want to pass again on 3rd down, and they are. Here is Brooke. He throws while he was being totally tracked down in the backfield, and that caused him to hurry up that throw, and the pass is incomplete because of it, and it's going to bring up a 4th down and 11 for Granite City.
Yeah, number 6 tried his best to hang on to that football, but good tackle by the Collinsville secondary, knocking the ball loose, and Collinsville brings up another 4th down.
And once again, back to punt is Ryan Brokaw. We'll see if the snap is a little bit more true this time around, as Ryan McIntyre stands back at his own 40-yard line ready to collect this punt.
If he gets the kick off, look for McIntyre to put on a show here.
Well, they blew the whistle right at the snap, so I'm not sure the play clock still says 3 seconds, so it's not that. I didn't see a flag fly. Is there one?
It looked like Collinsville brought the house going for a block, so I don't know if they caused Granite to move.
Referee hasn't made a signal.
They're going to replay the down.
Oh, so it's a mulligan.
A mulligan.
I didn't think we did that in football.
You just saw it.
I guess so.
I told you to stick around.
Yeah, low snap, but he got the kick off. It's a bit wobbly. It lands right at the 50-yard line, but it takes a big Granite City roll, and the Warriors will down it at the Collinsville 32-yard line. So that's where Collinsville will possessed the ball for just the second time so far here on offense in this game. 4:17 left to play in the first quarter, 20-0 in favor of Collinsville.
Well, that was a very good punt, especially at the high school level. So that gives Granite City a chance to flop the field here, at least temporarily, and we'll see what Collinsville can do from their own 30, almost 2-yard line.
I know there's a lot of players that play both sides of the ball. That's the rule of high school football, but I'm sure the guys that are not are glad they're on the sideline getting a little break.
Absolutely, no doubt about it.
So Collinsville breaks huddle. KJ Thorpe-Watt lines up as a wide receiver on the far side. He's joined by Amari Rogers. You have Nelson and Reynolds and McIntyre all over here on this left side, but we have another timeout called. And Granite City will spend their second timeout here of this contest. So they are already down to one timeout. And we'll go ahead and take a quick break and come back after a timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from other coaches, teachers, and mentors. Jason Ragg, your Benjamin F. Edwards financial advisor, understands this. That's why Jason Ragg is a proud supporter of your Collinsville Kahawks and the Kahok Sports Network, as well as the Kahok Educator of the Month Award. For all of your investment needs, see financial advisor and investment vice president Jason Ragg at the Benjamin F. Edwards office in Edwardsville at 1012 Plummer Drive, or call Jason Ragg at 618-307-7048, or visit benjaminfedwards.com. Benjamin F. Edwards, members SIPC.
Welcome back to Kahok Stadium. Here's a snap. Pennell back to pass. He finds Amari Rogers on a little screen pass, and he'll take it all the way up to the 45-yard line before he's driven into the turf. But that's good enough for a first down, and it'll move the chains, and Collinsville is in business once again.
Nice run after catch by Rogers to move the chain gang and get a little bit better field position here. Start this next set of downs.
Pennell in shotgun once again, and he'll hand the ball off to McIntyre. Ryan will try the right side, but he'll get brought down behind the line of scrimmage, and McIntyre will lose a couple of yards, and it'll bring up 2nd down and 12 for Collinsville.
Well, nice play. Looks like Granite City, the left side of their defensive line, is holding it pretty well, and so Collinsville is going to have to probably continue to attack the edge to try to expose this Granite defense.
2nd down and 12 for Collinsville. Ball on their own 43-yard line. Pennell in shotgun once again. 3 wide receivers left. Pennell goes back to pass. He looks left. He throws it down the middle, and he overthrew Chase Reynolds, and Reynolds got bumped into, but even if he wouldn't have gotten bumped into, I think he would have been overthrown anyway.
Yeah, I think there's miscommunication there. Reynolds looks like he was running a post, and Pennell looked like he was throwing a go route.
Yeah.
Because that ball was not close to the receiver.
3:33, the clock says. It stopped after the incomplete pass. And it'll bring up a 3rd down and 12 here for the Kahawks.
Also, Collinsville Raider football night here at the stadium.
Yeah, Raider cheerleaders are here. Players are here.
Nice to see that. That's a lot of your future of Kahawk football there. I know a lot of these guys that are on the team now. I watched them play a lot of Raider football.
Here's a snap. Pennell rolls out to his right, throws while he's on the run, and overthrows just out of the reach of Rogers over there. He reached his hand out, but he was already on the sideline, and he didn't have enough room to catch the ball inbounds, so it's going to bring up 4th down for Collinsville.
So this is kind of an interesting position here. You know, you're up big. You're not worried about score. As a coach, I might think about getting my punt team some work here for the weeks to come, but it looks like Collinsville is going to go ahead and go for it.
Yeah, they are. Pennell's back out there. He's brought the play to the huddle. They break huddle, and it's going to be an empty backfield. 3 wide receivers over here on the near side, 2 more on the far side. Pennell in shotgun, takes the snap, goes back to pass, looks down the middle, fires it down the middle, and it's almost intercepted after it bounced off the hands of Ryan McIntyre. Ryan Brokaw almost had that one in his breadbasket.
Yeah, he sure did. He did everything but catch that football, and a little bit of an overthrow by Pennell. McIntyre's outstretched arms couldn't get it, but at any rate, Granite City forces a turnover on downs. That's just what they needed.
Sure is.
As this game was starting to get out of reach in a hurry.
They have the ball in Collinsville territory already at the Kahawk 43-yard line, so we'll see if Granite City can turn this gift of a possession into some points as Jack Brooks brings his team back out from the sideline. Looks like he's going to have Evan Conger as a running back. He stands over the left shoulder of Brooks. And Collinsville showing blitz. Here's the snap, and the handoff goes to Conger, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Collinsville rips the ball out of his hands. Here is Devin Habermill, and Habermill is going to go all the way for a touchdown.
Oh, D9 Dozer. Big Devin Habermill says, that's my ball, sir. And, he spends a lot of time blocking and tackling. He said, I think I want a touchdown tonight.
Yeah, why not?
He helped himself, didn't he? Good for him.
I kind of had a feeling that he was going to score a touchdown tonight. I didn't think it was going to be on the defensive side because he's tonight's tight end.
Well, like I said, Todd, stick around.
Yeah, we might see all kinds of different scoring here tonight.
We have so far, that's for sure. Oh, man, Granite gets a turnover on downs. Feeling pretty good about things, and D9 Dozer Habermill just ruins their day.
There is Nick Shantz on to try the extra point once again. Pennell is the holder. And the snap, it's a bit of a high snap, but that's going to be a little short. And I think that Nick Shantz got the top of that ball instead of the bottom of the ball.
Timing was all off with the snap.
Yeah, so 26-0 in favor of Collinsville. We'll take a timeout, come back. Granite City will get the ball back when we do on the Kahok Sports Network.
We love to have you come work for the city of Collinsville. We have many positions available, from seasonal jobs to full-time opportunities in many of our departments. From police and fire to Gateway Center, Parks and Recreation, and City Hall. Our employees enjoy great benefits like comprehensive medical plans, paid time off, tuition reimbursement, and more. Visit the city's website, collinsvilleil.org, to apply and learn more about working for the city of Collinsville.
Once again, we welcome you back to Kahok Stadium. 3:10 left on the clock here in this first quarter. And right now, all Collinsville 26-0 in favor of the Kahawks. And tell you what, who's getting a workout out there already is Matt Reynolds. This is his fourth kick.
And you know what? I think they keep getting deeper and deeper. If he could split the guys in the middle, he might find himself with a touchback here.
Brokaw stands over on the near side. And he has not tried the other side yet. Maybe he's going to do that now. Well, he's going to try that side, but it's going to be well short. It's going to be caught at the 30-yard line, and bringing the ball up is, I believe, Terry Hines. And Hines will get met not soon after he caught the ball, and he'll get driven back. But Granite City is going to have some pretty decent starting field position at their own 35.
Yeah, nice little short kick there, but good pursuit by the kickoff team for Collinsville. So Collinsville's defense scores a touchdown and find themselves right back on the field for another series.
Yeah, they had an interception and a fumble and back-to-back defensive scores. So far, the offense has only accounted for one touchdown, while special teams has a touchdown and defense has two.
Spread the wealth, baby.
I'm telling you.
Spread the wealth.
So once again, Jack Brooks in shotgun. Once again, Ryan Brokaw is his running back. Here's the snap. Brooks is going to go back to pass. He throws a little side armor, looking like Mahomes out there, and makes the completion. And getting ran into the Collinsville bench was Kason Emerson.
Pass complete to Emerson.
Yeah, nice pass out to the flat, out of the Granite City quarterback. And nice little reception there for a gain of 5 yards for Granite City. They'll bring up 2nd and 5 here on the near side of the field.
Well, we'll see if Granite City can parlay that into their first down of this game. As Brooks stands in shotgun once again, and he'll hand the ball off to Brokaw, runs into his own player, and that slowed him up enough for the rest of the Collinsville Kahawks to come in there and pretty much plant him where he was.
Yeah, Collinsville defense pretty much erased all the yardage from that first down. And I know it's a lot to ask out of young kids, but if I'm Granite City, I'm just going to the air, Todd.
Yeah, I think so, but that's then you're one-dimensional and you get figured out real quick.
Real quick,
you're
right. It's tough.
It's
tough.
3rd down and 9 for Granite City. Ball now on their own 36-yard line. And Once again, Brokaw is the lone running back. One wide receiver on the far, two on the near. And Brook in shotgun. He'll take the snap. He throws it over to the far side, and he has a completed pass, and I believe Granite City is going to have their first down.
Yeah, man, that was a nice ball and a nice route. Good communication between the quarterback and the receiver. Receiver acts like he's going on a go route. The quarterback throws the ball behind him, so it turns into a little stop route. Good for a first down.
Damani Walker on the catch there, the 6', 155-pound senior. And he'll stay out there as the wide receiver over on the far side. Two more over here on the near side. And again, Brokaw, the lone running back. This time he stands over the right shoulder of Brooks. And the snap, and he left too early. The guy over here on this near side, I believe that was Isaiah Ford. He big time left early.
Well, it's a good thing because our blitzers were just right on the edge of encroachment on that play. Collinsville's basically blitzing every – yeah, they got us.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that'll help Granite City out. That'll bring up a 1st down and 5.
I think that the fact that he was blitzing just made that be the focus, right? And
Yeah.
I think you saw that penalty even though the other one probably happened first.
So once again, Jack Brooks in shotgun. And he claps the hands. He goes back to pass, and he throws another side armor. The kid's got a underhand sidearm thing going on there.
Submarine football, baby.
Incomplete pass. He threw the ball pretty
far. He does
far.
a pretty good job of
Yeah.
it. I mean, it's unconventional, but
well, so is Patrick Mahomes. Look what he does.
He's getting the ball out there.
1:28 left to play here in this first quarter. 26-0 in favor of Collinsville. I had worked at Kreitner back in the day, and Caleb Patton and his brother George, they are both Collinsville. Well, Caleb now with the Kahawks, but George is with the Raiders. And he came up and wants me to wish George Smith and Ginny Smith a happy anniversary. So happy anniversary to the Smiths as that play goes absolutely backwards. And I believe that was Terry Hines once again on the carry, and he got met as soon as he got the ball.
Terry Hines met that bulldozer, D9 Habermail, on that one. And he dozed him right into the turf.
Bulldozed him right into the turf.
He did.
Yeah.
George and Jenny Smith,
Yeah.
great supporters of Collinsville football, and
Well, I guess they're watching. I guess they're not here.
They're always out volunteering and helping out.
Yeah. We are under a minute to go here in this first quarter, and it is 3rd down and 12 for Granite City. As the wide receiver once again is Hines, and Brooks is back to pass. He'll throw it to Hines in the backfield. He'll have a little bit of room, but he bounces off. Chase Reynolds would be tackle, and then Zay Norton has to finish up the job, and he does so after a gain of about 7 on the play, but it's going to bring up a 4th down and 6 for Granite City.
The artist formerly known as Isaiah, Mr. Zay Norton, on the big tackle coming all the way from midfield, shutting down the 3rd down opportunity.
He was our featured senior today on the old Facebook page, as we like to feature a different senior every Friday in the old Friday football throwback. He was wearing number 72 back in his Collinsville Raider days.
That's right. He and Darren Pinnell were social media famous this week.
Yeah, they were. I saw that.
These boys are clowns, aren't they?
Yeah. They ask each other to prom.
Yeah.
All right, that's the end of the first quarter. We will take a timeout, and when we come back, second quarter action. That is due to come your way, 26-0 in favor of Collinsville, and we're back in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network. All Pro Tees in Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, quality is number 1 on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent service staff. Did we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. And of course, All Pro Tees is your destination for everything Collinsville Kahawks. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville at 2240 South Morrison Avenue. Online at allprotees.com. Right across the street from Kahok Stadium. All Pro Tees, 618-344-2200. Second quarter is here, and it is a 26-0 advantage for Collinsville after the first quarter is said and done. Don't have to move very far as the ball was right at midfield, so they'll just swap sides. And it's a 4th down and 6, and Brokaw is going to punt. He gets it away, and it's high. It's going to be caught by McIntyre, and he gets wrapped up right after the catch at the 25-yard line. A nice open field tackle there by Isaiah Ford for Granite City.
Yeah, Isaiah Ford flew down the field, and, man, it's a good thing that we hauled that ball in.
Yeah.
You know, you just want to secure that ball. That could have been disastrous in a hurry. Notice the punter's kicking left-footed. You don't see many southpaw punters.
No, you sure don't. There's a flag back at midfield, though. So we'll have to see what the flag's all about and which way they're going to move this ball. Looks like they're going to move it from the original line of scrimmage.
Talk it over with the Collinsville coaching staff now, it looks like. It's going to be against Collinsville. Personal foul.
Personal
is that
foul?
Right? Well, I noticed after the play.
So if it's a 15-yard penalty, that's going to give Granite City a first down, isn't it? Or did it happen after the play?
After the catch, probably,
Yeah.
right?
I'm guessing.
Well, I noticed that the defender, when he got up, he kind of pushed our guy down, and I was hoping that wouldn't materialize. So there might have been some I'm guessing there was some verbiage going on is what led to that flag, because I didn't see anything physical.
Yeah, somebody said something they weren't supposed to.
That would be my hunch.
Yeah. So the punt will be good. The catch will be good, and they're going to tack 15 yards onto the end of the play. So that's going to take Collinsville, I believe, all the way back to the 10-yard line. Yep.
Well, now Collinsville has their backs against the wall, and they
Big
will.
difference. Line of scrimmage was the 25. Now it's the 10.
It really is.
At any rate, Collinsville moving. And Pinnell in shotgun once again, has Reynolds over his right, and now we have another whistle.
I think we got a timeout, Granite City.
Man, used all three
Do
of
they
their
have any?
timeouts.
Yeah, right.
One.
Do they have any?
Yeah. Yeah, that's their last one.
Granite City takes a timeout.
You're going to run out of commercials, Todd.
Well, I'm not even going to take one.
Well, there we go. There we go.
We'll just keep it here for this
hey,
one.
tell me about the field trip with
the clock. The scoreboard just went out.
Tell me about that field trip you took the broadcasting club on.
Oh, dude, the broadcasting club enjoyed it. We went to Odyssey Radio that houses KMOX, 104.1 Hot Mix, 96.3 R&B, Y98, 97.1 The Talk. And we had a blast, man. We got to go to each studio and talk to the guys that were on the air. We got to talk to one of the coolest guys I've ever met, D to the C. He's a big-time producer. He produces the sound mixes for a lot of commercials, and the kids really enjoyed listening and talking to him. And, yeah, we just had a really good time. It was fun.
That's awesome. Good for you. We appreciate you doing that. I know the school does and the community does, and those kids will never forget it.
Yeah. First down and 10 for Collinsville from their own 10-yard line after the final timeout by Granite City. There was a snap that was bobbled a little bit by Darren Pinnell, and by the time he got it off of his grill and threw it to K.J. Thorpe's-Watt, he was tackled immediately.
Hot pursuit by number 5 out of Granite City, shutting that short pass down, so really no yards after the catch.
Lost
on that
2
for Collinsville.
They lost 2 yards, so second down and 12.
Negatory.
26-0 in favor of Collinsville as Nelson and Reynolds head out to the left side of the formation. Rogers and Thorpe's over here on this side. Another bad snap. Pinnell has to take it with one hand. Then he barrels forward, and he's got some room, and he's got a first down. And Collinsville gets back out to what would have been the original line of scrimmage if the penalty wouldn't have pushed him back to the 10.
Well, Pinnell made something out of nothing on that. And I got to tell you, I keep a positive attitude, but I don't necessarily want our starting quarterback having to make something out of nothing running through linebackers on a night like tonight.
Yeah, we've got some snap issues out there, and I'm sure that has to do with the wet ball because the turf's still wet, so every time they put the ball on the turf, the ball's wet. Here is Pinnell on a designed quarterback keeper, and he does some zigging and zagging and then gets flung forward all the way out to the 40-yard line. They'll mark him down at about the 39-yard line, and Collinsville will have another set of downs to work with.
Well, now Collinsville goes no huddle. We are going to play some hurry-up offense. Granite's confused.
Here is Pinnell. Very fast offense. Oh, he's got KJ wide open. KJ off to the races. Gets pushed, but he doesn't get pushed out of bounds. He is in for a touchdown, Collinsville.
Collinsville goes right to the line of scrimmage. Darren Pinnell airmail to KJ Thorpes-Watt, the nationally ranked high jumper. KJ, when he gets out in space, look out and good luck stopping him. So
10:39 left to play here in this second quarter. And Collinsville extends their lead right now to 32-0, pending the extra point try here. Nick Shantz is on.
Collinsville kind of gone stagnant, so that gets a little more momentum going back here on the offensive side.
Well, now the offense has just as many touchdowns as the defense. It's a game now.
Even Steven,
yeah.
baby.
And the extra point try is good by Nick Shantz. So Collinsville extends their lead 33-0 over Granite City. 10:39 left to play here in this second quarter, and we're back after a timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network.
No one likes a dirty house. It's work that almost no one wants to do. Why not get someone to do that work for you? Kara Gray with Rags to Riches Cleaning Service would love to take that task off your to-do list. Kara is a homegrown Collinsville High School graduate and the owner of Rags to Riches. From floors to ceilings, from baseboards to light fixtures, Rags to Riches can clean them all. No job is too big or too small. Call Kara Gray at Rags to Riches Cleaning Service to schedule a free estimate today at 618-979-9634 or visit Rags to Riches Cleaning Service on Facebook.
Back here at Kahok Stadium, Todd Duke is my name. On the other microphone, Dr. Chris McCleskey, and another big thank you to Owen Dressler of Muscuda High School, who joins us and operating the camera tonight. He wanted to come up here and learn a few things. He didn't know he was going to get put to work.
Yeah, he's making things happen down in Muscuda. Calling some ball games there at, what's your stadium called? Alumni Field in Muscuda, Illinois. Beautiful facility, and I think Owen has some aspirations of maybe making a career out of this, huh?
Yeah,
kid?
there you go, man. So he can start his own Muscuda
I'm trying
network.
to get him on air here this half so that all of our listeners, once he's on ESPN one day, they can say, I was the first to hear him on KHawkSports.com.
There's a muffed on the kickoff return, and sliding inside the 5-yard line is Damini Walker. So Granite City once again going to be in the shadows of their own goalpost on this possession.
You know these defensive guys for Collinsville are jealous of Habermail's touchdown and Pinnell. Somebody's thinking, I'm going to snag me one and run it in here.
Don't forget, at halftime, we got the Woods Basement Systems halftime show coming up. We have an interview with Ryan Getter. Not only is he a member of the Collinsville High School Marching Band, but he's also going to be the new head coach for the boys disc golf team when they start playing this coming spring. So we will have a chance to talk about that fun endeavor with Mr. Getter at halftime.
Yeah. Also want a quick shout out down to beautiful Naples, Florida, where I'm sure that Marty and Tammy Norton are tuning in, grandparents of the artist formerly known as Zay. They are also avid K-Hawk supporters. We appreciate you guys. Hope you guys had a safe trip down.
All right, here is Brooks back to pass once again. He'll throw it out of the end zone and almost intercepted. Bounced off of both Pinnell as well as Darius Williams, and neither one of them could come up with it.
Yeah, they got too excited.
Yeah, hot potato, hot potato.
Yeah, boy. They had visions of grandeur, and they just forgot to catch the ball. So Granite City gets away with one there, and they will retain possession, but they're still backed up. It'll be second down and 10 from the original line of scrimmage.
10:29 left to play here in this second quarter. 33-0 in favor of Collinsville against a shortened roster for Granite City. They break huddle, and they will send out Isaiah Ford as a wide receiver on the far side. 2 more, now 3 more over here on this side. Here's the snap in the end zone. Flag on the play, and this one is going to be a false start against Granite City, and that's going to put the ball on the 1.5-yard line.
I was going to say, that's a 6-inch penalty.
Yeah.
Not much room left back there.
No. They keep this up. The line of scrimmage is going to be at all-pro tees. There's Mr. Gutter right there.
Collinsville is going to have a disc golf team. How
Yeah,
about that? Boy, they have everything nowadays,
bass
don't they?
fishing team.
Bass fishing.
Bass fishing is going to get going this spring. Disc golf is going to get going this spring. And next year they're talking about a pickleball team.
Oh, baby.
Yeah. There is a interception again.
Flag near side.
Yeah. As Chase Reynolds comes up with an interception. He's got it on the 2-yard line. But what does the flag say?
Side judge threw it when the ball was already in play in the quarterback's hands, it looked like to me. So I'm not sure what this is going to be.
Well, if it's against Granite City, it'll be declined, and we'll have the result of the play. And Chase Reynolds is coming off the field saying it's going to be a face mask call, I think. We'll find out what the referee in the white hat says. And no, it's a false start. And it's declined. And Collinsville will get the ball, and they'll have it at the 2-yard line.
So Chase Reynolds will get credited with that interception.
Yeah, sure
in
will.
the record books.
Yeah. So 1st and goal for Collinsville here. And, boy, the clock's barely moved, man. Didn't I say it was 10:29 to go like 5 minutes ago?
There have been a lot of penalties, a lot of
incomplete passes.
Referee meetings,
Yeah.
incomplete passes.
So there's 10:21 to go. So we've wasted about 8 seconds in the last 5 minutes of real time.
I'm having flashbacks from last week.
I'm telling
Todd.
you, man. All right, so Collinsville, not much room to go here. Ball on the 2-yard line. And Devin Habermill will come in and play tight end. I'm going to guess he's going to be the lead blocker.
I was going to say, tell me what's going to happen, Todd.
And they're going to toss the ball to Rogers. He'll turn the corner, and he'll have no problems getting in with a 2-yard touchdown. And Collinsville has scored another 6 points.
Well, nice little trickery. We all thought they were going to run
I
behind
did.
Habermill, and so did Granite City, and then we just flipped the ball coming around the outside. Rogers literally walks into the end zone. Kahok Crazies here running down the track in a shopping cart with flags attached. These kids know how to have a good time, don't they?
I'm telling you. Nick Chance on to try the extra point. If he does so, it'll be a 40-0 lead. Pennell the holder, and there's movement up front, so I believe that's going to go against Granite City.
Ball start, Kahawks.
Oh, really?
I guess we moved first because it seemed like they came across and we moved, but I thought that was encroachment.
Yeah.
I think Darren Pennell's asking the referee the same thing. He's like, wait a minute, he came across first.
Well, you know, all one of those guys that are on the down line have to do is move an arm.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
that
we
will,
can't see it up here.
Yeah, that'll make anybody move as well. So if we moved first, it drew them offside, so I understand that. So now it's going to be more like a 25-yard field goal here for this extra point for Nick Chance. Missed the last extra point, so he's trying to make up for it. Here's the snap. Ball down. Kick is on the way, and the kick is good. So 40-0 in favor of Collinsville. We will take another timeout. Granite City will get the ball back once we come back from that timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network.
The Collinsville Area Community Foundation is our community's charitable foundation. We connect people, support programs, and guide resources to help our community thrive. Our board is made up of local leaders that donate their time and expertise to identify opportunities for long-term community impact in and around Collinsville. Find out more about scholarships, grants, and ways to give back to the city we love by visiting CollinsvilleFoundation.com.
Welcome back once again to Kahok Stadium. 10:15 still left to play here in this second quarter, and Matt Reynolds is going to have yet another kickoff. 7th time already in this game that Matt Reynolds has kicked the ball off because Collinsville had to kick off the ball first. Or, excuse me, Granite City kicked the ball off first, so this is the 6th kickoff. It's caught at the 15-yard line, and bringing it up around the bend is Walker, and Walker tries to turn the corner, and then he is just clobbered over there on that far side by K.J. Thorpe's-Watt.
Ooh, boy. That even was he comes off the field flexing and well-deserved. Habermill gives him a high five. And when Habermill gives you a high five, you know you hit somebody hard.
I heard that KJ was out fishing the other day and caught his hand with a hook.
Yeah,
So
I would tell you that I was surprised, Todd. I love that boy to death.
So
but
what'd you
he
catch while
is-
you were out there fishing,
he
KJ? My
is
hand.
A clown. That boy's a clown. Joy to be around, though, and a hard worker.
Personal foul called on the Kahawks. I didn't see that happen, but
I'm sure the flex.
Jabbing.
Well, maybe that. There was a little bit of flexing going on, and with the history of recent history of football in this area, I think they're just nipping everything in the bud.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think it's going to take much.
Yeah, there's been a lot of bad things happening around the St. Louis area, and some of it wasn't even at a high school football game, but it affected the high school football game.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
It is. 10:08 left to play here in this second quarter. Granite City has the ball 1st and 10 from their own 37-yard line. Brooks in shotgun once again, has one lone running back. Two wide receivers on the far side, but the handoff will go to Brokaw. He'll break off a one tackle, and then he'll try to keep his feet, but he was already stumbling and bumbling, and he ended up falling down. But he'll get a couple of yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down and 8 for the Warriors.
Yeah, the young man just nearly got to the edge. He got his motor running a little too fast, tripped over his own feet. Otherwise, he might have had a little bit of space out there.
Yeah, he probably was getting ready to turn the corner and at least pick up maybe another 5 yards out of the deal. With the running play, the clock continues to move, though. 9.5 minutes to go here in this second quarter. 40-0 in favor of Collinsville. Wide receivers break out over on the far side. Isaiah Ford and Kason Emerson. One more over here on this near side, and one lone running back as Brooks takes the pass, or takes the ball, throws a pass, and he has got Isaiah Ford at midfield, and Ford will have a 1st down. It's only the 2nd 1st down by Granite City here to this game tonight.
Yeah, nice ball. The receiver tucked right in between the first level and second level of our defense, catching the ball behind the linebackers but in front of our safeties, and moved the chain for the Granite City Warriors.
They have the ball 1st and 10 from their own 49-yard line.
Here comes the CHS. And they call them the Marching Kahawks?
Marching Kahawks.
Yeah, the Marching Kahawks. Going to put on a halftime show for us, and they are always very entertaining.
We'll have our interview with Mr. Ryan Getter first, and then we'll come back and give you a little coverage of the high school marching band as wrapped up. Devin Habermill just totally ran right into the running back, Kason Emerson, and he didn't get to go very far at all. Excuse me, that was Brokaw once again.
I wonder what the record for tackles in a game is. Devin Habermill's chasing it, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, he's after it.
So 2nd down and 12 now for Granite City as the clock moves with 8:15 left to play here in this first half. 40-0 in favor of Collinsville. 6 first half touchdowns. 4 of those came in the first quarter alone. 2 wide receivers far, one over here on the near side. Brokaw, the lone running back again. Brooks back to pass. He lets that sidearm slingshot go, and he overthrows both number 7s. Number 7, Damani Walker for Granite City, and Collinsville's Jalik Nelson. Neither one of them had a chance to get that ball as it was
almost the
thrown
same
over
thing.
both of their heads.
Almost identical to the play we had where the receiver broke into a post pattern, ball was thrown into a go route, and nothing doing.
Well, that stops the clock with 7:57 left to play here in quarter number 2. 3rd down and 12 for Granite City. Well, it turned into a beautiful night, man. It was hot and muggy earlier today, and that rain came through and cooled everything down.
It is a beautiful night. I don't know that you could ask for much better weather to play football.
A little bit of a breeze. It's nice and cool out now. 2 wide receivers far, 1 near. Here is the snap. Brooks back to pass. Looks down the middle, throws down the middle, and right off of the hands, once again, of Isaiah Ford. Ford gets up looking for a flag, but there wasn't no flag going to come because that was just pretty good coverage there by Isaiah Gordon.
It was good ball, good coverage, but there is a flag down on the far side of the field.
I don't think that had anything to do with the pass play, though.
You wouldn't think.
Well,
You
it's going
think so?
to go against Collinsville. They did calling for pass interference, and Isaiah Gordon's like, get out of here.
Well, he was behind him. I mean, he could have had a hand on his
Could've.
jersey. You know, I don't know. The knockdown looked clean, but you don't know what happened on the route, right?
Yeah. Yeah, because he was behind him because, I mean, the receiver, Ford, was running right toward the press box, so whatever was going on behind him, we couldn't see.
We couldn't see, and our eyes were probably on the quarterback anyway.
Yeah.
So my guess is he had a handful of jersey behind him.
1st and 10 after the penalty was enforced. 7:52 to play here in the second quarter. And Brooks once again back in shotgun. He has Brokaw over his left shoulder. 2 wide receivers far, 1 near once again. Handoff goes to Brokaw, and Brokaw gets met immediately. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about it. So that'll bring up a 2nd down and 10 for the Granite City Warriors.
Ball carrier. Start made by Cordell Kaufman.
Cordell Kaufman with the stop.
It's a name I haven't heard before.
I know.
Maybe we're going to start to mix in some second stringer, third stringer guys, get them some work.
I would imagine so. JV team, they had a big 1-point victory over Mount Vernon to kind of give us a little revenge by getting beat there last week. That game was on Monday night.
Yeah, that's a nice victory for the JV guys.
Yeah. Here is Brooks back to pass. Slings it over to the near side, and it met immediately was Damani Walker, and it almost knocked the ball out of his hands on the hit by Nelson.
Yeah, big hit by Dalik Nelson. Tough. What's number 7's name you said?
That was
Damani Walker.
Yeah.
Tough kid hanging on to that ball. He's over there trying to catch his back.
Yeah.
Oh, he just went down.
Yeah. He
got
is
lit up.
in a little bit of pain,
I think
and
he
they're going to
probably
have to blow the whistle. He got a wind knocked out of him.
Wind knocked
sure.
out of him, yeah. He couldn't catch his breath.
Yeah.
So just what I was saying, what a tough kid to hang on to that ball. Now we know the level of hit that he took.
Well, I saw the ball move a little bit once he got hit by Nelson, but, you know, kudos to Walker for holding on to that ball.
Absolutely. Well, we'll send a little prayers and well wishes out there that it is just a knock the breath out of him issue. Young man's up and walking. Now he's running off the field. Okay, good for him. That makes us feel better.
Yeah, I'm sure he just got the wind knocked out of him because he got hit right in where the ball was because the ball moved, and you get that ball that gets hit right in that gut, and that ball will make you lose your breath.
Well, Pinnell was in this week, and he said it on one of those interceptions in Mount Vernon, he took a rib shot. He said he wasn't sure if he was ever going to be able to take a breath again.
Man.
I said, I've been there, buddy.
Yep.
It is not fun. So good for Walker. He'll go get some water, and I'm sure you'll see him back on the field real soon.
I'm sure you will. In the meanwhile, Brooks brings the rest of his team back out. Brokaw will be the running back once again. Terry Hines lines up as a wide receiver over here on this side, while Isaiah Ford lines up on the far side. Now Brokaw will move from the right shoulder to the left shoulder of Brooks. He'll take the low snap. He'll drop the ball, and he'll get buried. He got buried by Rolling Arms as soon as he picked the ball up off the turf.
Rolling Arms was coming through on the blitz, and by the time the quarterback picked up the football, Rolling already had him in his arms.
No pun intended?
Right. I didn't even think about that. That's terrible. Yeah, that worked out, didn't it,
Yeah,
Todd?
sure did.
My kids would accuse me of a bad dad joke.
Oh,
on
yeah, I
that
get accused of that all the time.
And I didn't even mean it.
Yeah. I do that in the classroom at school. Kids will look at me like, really?
Yeah, really? We think it's great,
Really,
don't we?
Mr. Duke? I thought it was funny.
Oh, that's great. Roland been an asset to Collins football his whole life. The kid's always played way bigger than his size. Heart, grit, determination. Having a great senior year here for the Kahawks.
4th down and 11 for Granite City. They're going to go for it. Going to try to get Collinsville to jump offside as Brooks claps his hands twice. And now he takes the snap. He'll throw the ball over on the far side. It's a wobbly pass, and it falls incomplete. And it looked like there was a little contact over there. I was waiting for a flag to fly, but I didn't see one. So
I think the fact that Gordon snapped his head back to look for the ball is what saved him, because there was definitely contact. He was pushing. And if you notice in prior games, you know, Gordon's been guilty of not turning to look for the ball, and he gets that flag. So apparently a good job of coaching, or he's made some adjustments, but I think turning his head back is what allowed him to get away with a little contact there.
5:58 left to play here in this first half as Collinsville gets the ball back on downs, and Darren Pinnell will lead his team back out there for another series. And we'll see what the Kahawks can dial up this time. Chase Reynolds and Jalik Nelson line up on the far side as wide receivers. Rogers and Watts over here on this side. And the lone running back, once again, is Ryan McIntyre. Pennell stands in shotgun. Takes the snap. Hands the ball off to McIntyre. McIntyre gets met immediately, and he goes down on a nice tackle through the line of scrimmage by Cartavius Goodwin. I saw that big, long name on the roster, and I'm like, I can't wait to say that.
That's a good one. That sounds like one of those, those little videos they make where the guys from different schools or whatever that are saying their long names.
Yeah. Cartavius Goodwin with a K. Cartavius.
That's a great name.
Nelson lines up over as the far side wide receiver. KJ over here on the near side. Here's the snap, and it's going to go to McIntyre once again, and he's got a little bit of room. He's across midfield, and he runs
he's
sideways,
still going.
and he's still on his feet, and he's got some room and some speed, and the only one back there is Brokaw, and Brokaw finally runs him out of bounds at about the 17-yard line.
Man, McIntyre broke out his tap shoes on that one. He was dancing back and forth, left and right, squirming around, and he earned himself an extra, 30 yards that he probably wouldn't have gained, or 25 anyway.
Yeah, it looks like he was going to get brought down right about the space he needed to get the first down, but he did a couple little Fred Astaire moves and got himself downfield.
He's practicing for the homecoming dance.
Yeah, that's it. There's a high snap. Pennell brings it down and gives it to McIntyre, and he is wrapped up once again by Cartavius Goodwin.
Mr. Goodwin has come to play some football.
You are not kidding there.
Oh, he looks like a fairly sizable young man.
Yeah, I think that would be 6'3", 200 pounds.
That's not too bad.
Not too bad at all. Clock continues to move. 4:50 left to play here in this first half. Second down and 13 now for Collinsville. Ball on their opponent's 19-yard line. Pennell in shotgun takes the snap, and he's going to keep it himself this time, and he's got some pursuers, and he's going to run out of room, and he finds a way to make it work and gets it inside the 10-yard line before he is finally brought down. Still going to be about a yard short of a first down, though.
Yeah, nice little slick move. Smart move by Thorpe's Watt to throw his hands up to not be guilty of a block in the side or the back. That was a very heads-up play by Watt.
3rd and 1 for the Kahawks.
3rd and 1, and we have
They have a holding call against Collinsville. I didn't even see the flag. There's just so much yellow out there right now. I'm not noticing the flags.
Yeah.
I still don't see a flag. Did they pick it up that quick?
I don't know where it came from. Must have been the strong side of the field.
Oh, yeah,
on
he's
the back side. On the back side of the
stuffing it
play.
back in his waistline right now. So, yeah, it came over on the far side. So, don't count the play. And it's going to bring up a a second down. Got to get down to the 7-yard line for a first down. Right now, line of scrimmage is on the 29. Long way to go. Pennell in shotgun. He's going to go back to pass now. He'll step up in the pocket. He'll have some running room. Gets past one tackler.
Baby.
He's across the 20, heading for the sidelines, and he'll run out of bounds at about the 15-yard line. So a big chunk of yardage picked up there by Pennell, and it'll bring up a 3rd down and long.
The Granite safety had a chance for an open field tackle. Pennell jukes right. And what's the old term? He broke the kid's ankles.
Yeah.
So nice move by Pennell to give Collinsville a much more manageable 3rd down.
Deked him right out of his shoes. Kahawks bring out Habermill as the tight end all the way over on the far side of the line of scrimmage. 2 wide receivers near, 1 far. McIntyre, the lone running back. High snap. Pennell brings it down. He's looking for McIntyre, but he finds Rogers, and he's in for a touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown from Pennell to Amari Rogers, and Collinsville adds on.
Nice bullet to Rogers. Thorpe's Watts over here laughing, shaking his head. He wanted that ball up in the air to the corner of the end zone for another touchdown.
I thought he was going to throw the ball to Ryan McIntyre. He was wide open. Both him and Rogers were in the same area.
I think everybody was open. Take your pick at that point. Uh-oh.
We have another flag.
Oh, no. Holding again?
Oh, boy. So, take the points off the board.
We burned another solid 4 seconds off the clock, though, Todd. I mean, we're really moving
Solid.
here tonight, baby.
3rd and 9 for the Kahawks.
Moving as fast as a Metro bus in downtown St. Louis at 5 p.m.
Sheesh.
So, 3rd down and 25 now for Collinsville. Here's a snap. Pennell back to pass. Looking. Rolls out to his right. Still looking. Fires in the corner of the end zone. Wide open is KJ Thorpes-Watt. No flags.
Watt got his wish. Nice throw on the run by Darren Pennell. He's pilling right and just lops that ball up in the air to a wide open KJ Thorpes-Watt.
Man, you couldn't get any more wide open.
Oh, man.
Pennell to Khalil Thorpe-Watt.
Well, that puts Collinsville up 46-0. You're going to see Matt Reynolds come out for another point after try.
Nick Shantz.
Oh, Nick Shantz. That's right.
Reynolds is the kickoff guy.
Kickoff guy. That's right. My bad, Nick Shantz.
Well, there's more flags. I seen those. Those flags I saw.
Ooh, there was a lot of them.
Yeah, looked like popcorn.
Dirty laundry all over the field. Well, Collinsville, you know, yeah, they're up a lot, but they're going to need to clean it up a little bit here, right?
I'm sure the coaching staff is not happy with the penalties.
I'm sure halftime is going to be interesting.
They had 10 penalties 2 weeks ago on the road game against Centralia. They had 8 more penalties last week at Mount Vernon.
It's going to be rough to go in the locker room up 50-ish points and get torched.
All right, Nick Shantz, another little 25-yard extra point, and it's good. And Collinsville makes it 47-0, and we are going to go to a timeout, and Granite City is going to get the ball back once again, and we'll be back to tell you about it on the Kahok Sports Network.
First National Bank of Waterloo, with over 100 years serving the Metro East. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo at their Maryville or Collinsville locations for all of your banking, mortgage, and lending needs. Why? Super low closing costs, low construction loan rates, and they do so much to support our local communities. When you need a loan, call the Collinsville team at First National Bank of Waterloo at 618-345-1121 or visit their Maryville or Collinsville locations or online at fnbwaterloo.bank. First National Bank of Waterloo, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Once again, Matt Reynolds due to kickoff for Collinsville. Brokaw deep once again. And Collinsville enjoying a 47-0 lead at this point. And Reynolds sends one into the night sky, and it's going to be caught by Brope. He dropped it right about the 7-yard line, picked it up, and brings it forward and heads over toward the sideline. And he gets creamed by KJ Thorpes-Watt. KJ, man, he's having a just as good a day on defense as he is on offense.
What's he doing on
special
kickoff
teams?
team?
Yeah,
He's just, my goodness, he is excited out there.
It's a big high five from Devin Habermill. You know, those are some big hands that Habermill has. They used to call Pat Maroon Big Rig back in the day. I think you could pretty much put that name against Devin Habermill.
That you certainly wouldn't classify him as small or weak.
No.
That's for sure.
Not at all. Pretty good at the old shot put, too.
Go back to the old, when they used to call the big guys tiny. You know?
Yeah, 3:42 left to play here in this second quarter. All Collinsville right now, 47-0 against a depleted Granite City team. As Brooks is in shotgun once again, the sophomore back to pass, fires it down the middle, and has a man open, caught once again by Ford. And Ford gets driven back, and you better be careful or the other flags will come flying out.
Yeah, that was a nice ball by the sophomore quarterback over the middle. They're having some success kind of splitting our coverage. Most of their completions, they've had a couple in the flat, but those balls over the middle is where they've had most of their success tonight.
2nd down and 1 as we approach 3:10 left to play here in this second quarter. So Granite City just needs 1 yard for a first down.
Well, I can imagine Collinsville's looking to turn their 3rd down into a longer yardage play.
2 wide receivers on both sides of the formation. Brooks fires it right off the bat and almost intercepted by Isaiah Gordon just off of his hands as he had Ford beat by about 3 steps.
Yeah, he did. I mean, Collinsville was playing soft coverage there. And the ball was airmailed a bit, and Gordon got a fingertip on it but just couldn't reel it in. So, You know, the good news, Todd, that stops the clock again.
Oh, yeah, the great news. Just awesome.
We could set another record tonight.
Oh, boy. That game that we did a couple of weeks ago when Carbondale came to town. It was like 20 minutes and the first quarter was over, and the rest of the game took 2 hours and 40 minutes to play. Here is Brooks rolling out to his right. He's still on the run. He's got enough for a first down, so he'll just slide into second base. He's safe, and that'll move the chains.
That was actually a smart heads-up play out of a sophomore quarterback. Chase Reynolds was coming with a full head of steam, and the young man slides to avoid any kind of major contact.
Again, we'll remind you of the Woods Basement Systems halftime show coming up here pretty soon. Ryan Getter, the new Kahok disc golf. Now, right now, he's just a club president. He's not the head coach yet because he has to go through the whole coaching process and get certified and everything.
Oh, there you go.
Right now, he's just club president, but by the springtime, he'll be head coach, Ryan Getter.
Very nice.
Yeah. A little disc golf action. Here is a handoff, but that's not going to go very far. And instead of Brokaw running, it's Evan Conger, the 5'9", 165-pound junior. And he'll get dropped for a loss on the play, and that'll bring up a second down and 12.
Yeah, I'll say quickly, I don't know if you listeners know, but Todd, not only everything he does for Kahok Sports, but he's helped a lot of other programs in the area, Belleville East, and now we've got Mascout in the booth. So we're going to turn this color headphone over to Mr. Owen Dressler and give him a crack at it and let you guys have fun for the rest of the first half.
Well, we only got about 95
on,
seconds
sir.
left. 95 seconds left to play here in this first half. Here is, oh boy, almost knocked out of his hands. Brooke, he thought about throwing it, but he thought better of it and tucked it in, as I believe KJ was down there for the stop, or no, I don't think that was KJ. I think that was Michael Tongay that was in there on the stop. How you doing over there, Mr. Owen Dressler?
I am doing great. Thanks for this. Thanks for letting me hop on here tonight.
Hey, man, Dr. Chris called me last night and said, would you be willing to help out a guy from Mascout who wants to do the pretty much the same thing you're doing? I said, come on up, man. No problem. So what have you done so far at Mascout in this process?
So I'm a sophomore at Mascout last year. I started out and I was running social media, our Twitter program for our athletic department, you know, going to games, putting score updates out there. And then I did the PA for our baseball program.
Nice. I got one of the guys in my broadcasting club that started doing that last year. This is going to be his second year doing that.
So I did that. And then this year I went to our athletic director and I was like, you know, he gave me a run on our preview night, our purple and white night we call it, where we scrimmage, our varsity guys scrimmage. And so I did the play-by-play for that game. He said I was good, so I got the job. We run our play-by-play and our broadcast through the NFHS network. But so I am the play-by-play voice of the Indians for this season and hopefully for the next couple of years in high school.
What grade are you in now? Sophomore?
Sophomore.
Sophomore? All right, cool. All right, man. I appreciate you being here because you're running my camera when I didn't have a camera guy, so you bailed me out a little bit there.
Not a problem. Happy to help, and thank you so much for letting me in here tonight.
Well, thank you so much for helping me out. I appreciate it. Let me tell you what. All right, it is halftime. Collinsville leads 47-0, and that takes us into our halftime show brought to you by Woods Basement Systems. All things basement-y. Woods Basement Systems, working to keep homes dry since 1986. Woods Basement Systems. Give them a call at their Collinsville headquarters, 618-708-4055. We have scores coming up for you from across the area, plus our interview with Ryan Getter, the new Kahok Disc Golf Team head coach, or will be soon, and that conversation will come your way right after this timeout in the Woods Basement Systems halftime show here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Keep your ride shiny and clean with Extreme Details Vehicle Detailing in Collinsville.
Owner Jay Merkel and his crew at Extreme Details believe in the value of community and in helping their community hold the value of their vehicles with a sharp-looking, clean ride that you and your community can be proud of. Extreme Details can handle any job, whether you drive a small car, an SUV, or even a bus or RV. No job is too big or too small at Extreme Details. Extreme Details offers scratch and oxidation removal, no matter what you drive: cars, trucks, motorcycles, boats, and more. Plus, Extreme Details can handle fleet vehicles for you and your company. Call Jay and the gang at Extreme Details at 618-977-1224. Check for periodic specials on the Extreme Details Facebook page. Put the shine in your ride with Extreme Details, 618-977-1224. Collinsville Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahok alums. Located at 1966 Vandalia, Collinsville Barbecue Supply is your one-of-a-kind barbecue headquarters that focuses on everything barbecue and cooking. Providing the best American-made barbecue grills, in-person class instruction, smokers, rubs, sauces, accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts, including an in-house chef and pit master. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning rubs and sauces that support our nation's first responder and military organizations that focus on providing aid to the fallen, suicide prevention, and PTSD awareness. Stop by and see the guys at Collinsville Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Collinsville Barbecue Supply, home of the 4-time World Championship Patriot Sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at CollinsvilleBarbecue.com. 618-855-8855. Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside All-Star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today at 618-344-2800 in Collinsville or 314-241-5253 or online at lakesideroofing.com. Choose experience, choose Lakeside. And welcome back into the Woods Basement Systems halftime show here on the Kahok Sports Network. As we introduce to you Ryan Getter. He is, well, with the band at Collinsville High School for one team, but he is also the president of the new Kahok Disc Golf team that is looking to get up and running by the end of the year. So, first of all, sir, thank you very much for joining me.
Thanks for having me. Really appreciate the opportunity.
All right, so tell me a little bit about Kahok Disc Golf, how it got off the ground, and where you stand right now.
So when I came up to the high school last year, Dr. Toberman happened to mention some disc golf opportunities and people were wanting it. So what happened is he happened to approach me, he was talking about it. I was like, I play disc golf. I said, let's give it a try. So last year we started in January. We were as a club. We're starting as a club this year, and with the help of Coach Smith, we're working on making that transition into a full team.
All right, tell us a little bit about disc golf for those who don't know. It's a combination of frisbee and golf.
Yeah, so it's just the same rules as golf, except you're throwing discs. It's this kind of crazy thing that people see it and they're like, whoa, what is that? But any of those baskets you see at Woodland Park where it's got the chains hanging, what we're trying to do is we're trying to throw different kinds of discs, different distances around trees, over lakes, through like hills and valleys, and get it into those baskets as quickly as possible.
So you have holes that are like, what, par 3s, par 4s, par 5s?
Yeah, so usually they don't go lower than a par 3, but they can go up to par 5s or so. And you just want to get as low of a score as possible.
All right, tell me about the discs. I know there's different sizes and weights on them, correct?
Yeah, so there's different weights, there's different sizes. There's drivers, mid-ranges, and putters. Very similar terminology as ball golf. And what you do is you find discs and plastics from companies that you really like. You like the feel of in your hand. you're able to throw it a certain distance. They have these things called flight numbers, which means that it will do different things in the air, whether it has more turn or fade, and it creates these cool kind of like shapes in the sky that kind of dictate where it's going to land.
All right, so I understand you guys had a meeting today. Was this your first meeting of the year?
Yeah, today was our first meeting of the year. Unfortunately, the rain kind of canceled out some of our plans, but we made the best of it. We had a good, solid group of kids come out. Some of them were brand new, and some of them were from last year. We were able to do some putting. We got to talk about some equipment, and we got to really get the ball rolling, for lack of a better term.
All right, so tell me at this particular point in all this, where this stands with the IHSA.
I believe that the IHSA, to the best of my knowledge, has this labeled as an emerging sport, which means that the guidelines are being worked on. They're getting them set, but they understand that not a lot of schools have the team. To my knowledge, we are the only high school in the area who has a disc golf club or team that is really pioneering the way for the area, to the best of my knowledge.
All right, so how many kids showed up today, and what kind of turnout? How many kids are you looking for?
So we had about 7 today. A lot of them were band kids because they're the kids that I see. But we had some other people approach me and say, "Hey, I want to be part of this disc golf thing, but this week just doesn't quite work." With it being the Gold Game and next week being homecoming, we're taking this nice transition. We're taking it nice and slow, and we're in for the long haul. I would love to get as many as we can. But, a good number that we'd like to see is, 15 to 20 before December.
And you guys are looking at doing this as a spring sport?
Yeah, so we will keep meeting every Friday from 3 to 4, and we're looking at last Friday of every month trying to go to Woodland and get some time on the course. But we're also looking towards the spring to have a full season. We're going to start approaching other schools to see if there's interest there and see if we can't get some school versus school matches going on.
All right, before I let you go, man, tell me something that we might not know about disc golf.
For what ball golf players call a hole-in-one, we call an ace. And if you get a clean ace, usually you sign your disc and you either retire it, which means you mount it on the wall, or you keep it in your bag for the rest of the time that you play.
Cool, man. Thanks for the visit, and good luck with all this. I'll be looking forward to talking to you later.
Thanks. Appreciate the opportunity. I look forward to talking to you as well.
That is Ryan Getter. He is the new Kahok Disc Golf Team's head coach, or will be soon. We'll keep it right here for a while and let you enjoy a little bit of the Collinsville Kahok High School marching Kahawks.
time for the award-winning Collinsville Kahok Marching Band.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, your Collinsville Kahok High School marching Kahawks. They always do a fantastic job. We'll take a break here on the Woods Basement Systems halftime show. When we come back, we'll throw some stats your way and some halftime scores. All that and more coming up here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Herald Square and Cold Herald, two great additions to the Collinsville landscape. Next to the Old Herald Brewery and Distillery, Herald Square is a new outdoor multi-use event space in Collinsville. Concerts, fun and games, farmer markets, and so much more. Herald Square, a great space for Collinsville's future. And, just off the square's turf, Cold Herald, old-fashioned scooped ice cream gelato, house-made recipes, and premium-sourced product. If you're over 21, ask about the good stuff at Cold Herald. Watch Collinsville grow. Herald Square and Cold Herald, two great new additions, only in Collinsville, Illinois.
Mike's Automotive in Collinsville is a T3 certified tire dealer and so much more. Sure, Mike's Automotive has tires. They can also help with making sure your entire vehicle is road ready, from belts and hoses to preventative maintenance like oil changes and tire rotation. Plus a lot more than that. Mike's Automotive has 3 locations to choose from. Mike's Automotive in St. Louis and Millstadt, and Mike's Automotive in Collinsville at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call Mike's Automotive at 618-345-0611. Mike's Automotive in Collinsville.
Looking for good food, good times, and good people? Look no further than the Bridge Inn in Caseyville. Just over the bridge from the Kahok Stadium, Bridge Inn features a friendly and courteous staff that serves up the coldest drinks and the best food in the Metro East. Lunch and dinner is available daily with a breakfast menu every Saturdays and Sunday morning. And don't forget about fantastic fish fry Fridays. Bridge Inn also features pool tournaments on most weekends and a gaming area for the over 21 crowd. Bridge Inn in Caseyville. Check them out at 519 North Main Street in Caseyville. Call for carryout orders at 618-344-3530. The best is yet to come at the Bridge Inn in Caseyville. 618-344-3530.
And welcome back into the Woods Basement Systems halftime show here on the Kahok Sports Network. 47-0 in favor of Collinsville. Here's a look at your first half stats. We'll begin with Granite City. Ryan Brokaw has ran the ball 7 times, but he's at -8 yards. Jack Brooks has ran the ball 3 times for -9 yards. Matter of fact, there's just minus on the running back side of things. Terry Hines -5 yards. And Carl Harris -4. Jack Brooks through the air, 7 of 14 for 51 yards and a couple of interceptions. He's completed 3 passes to Isaiah Ford for 22 yards. Also has a couple of passes completed to Terry Hines for 14 yards. 1 pass completed to Kason Emerson for 5 yards and another pass completed to Damani Walker for 10 yards. Granite City has had 3 flags thrown their way for a total of 10 yards. For Collinsville, rushing, Ryan McIntyre has ran the ball 6 times for 42 yards. Amari Rogers-Parrott has ran the ball 1 time for 2 yards. That includes a touchdown. Darren Pinnell has ran the ball 4 times for 56 yards and a touchdown. And through the air, Pinnell has completed 6 of 9 passes, 141 yards, and a touchdown. Those passes have been distributed to Amari Rogers-Parrott, 1 for 44 yards. Ryan McIntyre has caught a pass for 13. KJ Thorpes-Watt has caught 3 passes for 84 yards and 2 touchdowns, and Collinsville has been penalized 7 times already in this game for 70 yards. Well, look at your out-of-town scores. Edwardsville over Belleville West right now, 28-0. Belleville East taking care of Alton, 42-16. It's Carbondale over Centralia right now, 21-9. Cahokia, after they had to forfeit last week as well, they are handling Marion by a score of 14-0. Collinsville has to take on Marion in a couple of weeks. Highland over Waterloo right now, 14-0. Triad all over Jerseyville, 28-7. Breeze Central is taking care of East Alton Wood River, shutting them out, 42-0. Greenville over Pana, 13-6. Litchfield over Hillsborough in a tight one, 9-7. North County out of Bonne Terre, Missouri, over Mount Vernon, 7-0. Chester over Westland, 27-6. And right now, Mater Dei taking care of Macomb by a score of 24-6. That's going to do it for the Woods Basement Systems halftime show. We are just about 90 seconds away from kickoff in the second half, so we're going to take a quick break and come back and tell you all about that in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network. Got vinyl? Rich's Record Emporium in Uptown Collinsville can take care of all of your vinyl needs and more. You can peruse through thousands of records, from country to hard-to-find jazz, and classic rock is always in stock at Rich's Record Emporium. Used vinyl, new vinyl, and hard-to-find vinyl. Don't forget to check out the audio room at Rich's, where you can check out the latest in audio gear, from new top-of-the-line speakers to turntables and receivers, plus all of the accessories. Rich's has t-shirts, record cleaners, turntable needles, wall art, and so much more. If you can't find what you're looking for at Rich's, they will do their best to find it for you. Don't forget to mention seeing this ad on the Kahok Sports Network for a 10% discount at checkout. Rich's Record Emporium, 131 West Main Street in Collinsville, or call 618-795-1333 or online at richesrecordemporium.com. Once again, we welcome you back to Kahok Stadium. We are just about ready to get this second half underway, and we will have a running clock for the entire second half since Collinsville has more than a 40-point lead right now, 47-0. Usually this is where I ask you, Dr. Chris, what about halftime adjustments? But I really don't think there needs to be much made.
All we need to do is adjust the switch on the clock to keep it running.
Well, it's going to go.
And I mean, you might see Collinsville's first offense out here for a series, maybe. But I'm excited to see some of these younger guys, get out here and see what they have to offer. Do want to give a shout out to one of our fierce linebackers, Mr. Tange.
Yeah.
His mother they welcomed a new baby last week.
Nice.
So congratulations to their family on bringing a new little human into the world.
A new little human into the world. Robbie Freeman is going to take care of this kickoff. I guess Matt Adams, his leg's tired.
Too many kicks.
Yeah. Or Matt Reynolds, what do I call him? Matt Adams? Big Pepsi?
Matt.
No, he's no longer playing baseball. He's going to be here playing some high school football. High kick. It's a little shallow. It's taken at the 20-yard line by Brokaw, and boy, he got smacked. I believe that was Nelson who put him down to the ground right after he started running. So from the 20-yard line to about the 26, he gained 6 yards on the play.
You mentioned Matt Adams. Great Matt Adams story. He was actually playing minor league baseball. I don't remember if it was last year or the year before. And hometown kid turned pro ball player Hayden Yinger shows up to a game and gets to pitch against Matt Adams.
Really? Nice.
He said that he just almost fell off the mound when he realized what was happening. I mean, one of his childhood stars he looked up to, and Hayden's trying to make it, and he's got to face Matt Adams, and he got him to ground back out to Hayden himself and got him out. It was awesome.
Looks like we do have the underclassman out there playing a little defense. Darren Pinnell doesn't even have his helmet on anymore. He's got a towel wrapped over his head, so looks like he may be done for the night. Isaiah Gordon will stay out there, so will Amari Rogers-Parrott, and here is a run by Brokaw, and Brokaw will run out of bounds, but as we mentioned, the clock will keep running. The only time the clock will stop now is in between periods, and anybody that calls a timeout, the clock will stop, and of course, we don't want it, but if there's an injury, the clock will also stop.
Well, hopefully we've had a relatively safe game, and we'll keep it going that way. Everybody gets out of here unscathed and be ready for another week of prep and homecoming football next week here in Collinsville.
Yeah, Althoff coming to town. That's going to be a little bit of a tougher task.
It absolutely will. It will require a good week of prep for our guys.
There's a snap, and Brooks hands the ball off to Brokaw once again. He gets wrapped up right after he crosses the line of scrimmage. Looks like he might have enough for a first down as Zay Norton is in there on the stop. So a couple of the starters are still out there. Also helping out on that stop was Vincent Springfield.
Vincent Springfield. That sounds like a rock star.
Yeah. Also sounds like a couple of cities. Where are you from? I'm from Vincent. Where are you from? I'm from Springfield.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, it was enough for a first down, so Granite City does move the chains. 9:45 left to play here in this third quarter. And Brooks once again in shotgun. He has Brokaw over his left shoulder, one wide receiver on the far side, two over here on the near side. Here's the snap and a quick throw, and it's complete to Ford. And Ford will get pushed into the Collinsville bench by Isaiah Gordon after a gain of about 5 on the play, so it'll bring up a 2nd down and 5.
Yeah, credit to the Granite quarterback. Collinsville runs an outside blitz, and quarterback picks it up and makes a quick pass for a completion to move the yardstick halfway to a first down.
2nd down and 5. 9 minutes and some change left to go here in this third quarter.
It's amazing the difference that running clock makes, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Collinsville will, as we mentioned, have their hands full. They'll be home next week for homecoming against Altoff as the ball is snapped and the handoff goes to Brokaw, and he gets met right at the line of scrimmage by Zay Norton.
Zay says, no, sir, not in my house.
Yeah.
He's running that interior and stayed put. Great pursuit after the handoff. You know, Zay's quick. They talk about the difference in being fast and quick. You know, and Zay's not super slow, but, you know, on the 40, I wouldn't say he moves as well as some of the other guys, but as far as changing direction and being quick, Zay's a leader of the pack out there.
3rd down and 4 after a gain of about a yard, maybe. As Brooks is back to pass, he lets go a bullet down the middle, but he overthrows Ford, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up a 4th down. And we mentioned Altoff will be here next week for homecoming, and then Collinsville's last road trip of the year will take us down to Marion. And at last check, Cahokia, who also had to forfeit last week, they're winning over Marion 14-0.
Oh, wow. You know, Cahokia and Marion are must-win games for the K-Hawks.
Oh, yeah, got to.
Right, have to win those since we dropped that one to Mount Vernon. And we're looking in pretty good shape to maybe be here on a Saturday or somewhere on a Saturday anyway.
First time in the Colton Rhodes era that Collinsville has lost 2 regular season games. Another bad snap on the punt, but this time it doesn't go all the way back to the end zone, and Brokaw jumps on it, and he's touched up at the 16-yard line. So Collinsville is going to have pretty decent starting field position as they bring out some of the second stringers here to play offense, and I believe we'll find out who some of these second stringers are as we move along here.
Imagine you'll see Chase Reynolds running the show from the quarterback position.
I don't think you will. Yeah, it looks like he is. Yeah. I thought for a moment we might see Logan Odell again. We might see him before the night's over.
I probably will.
So Chase Reynolds is going to take over. Chase has 1 pass, and that was last week in the option play. Double trouble is what Coach Colton Rhodes called it when they threw a sideline pass to Chase Reynolds, and then he shoved it down the field to Ryan McIntyre for a 76-yard touchdown. So that's Chase's only completion so far in the year. He'll keep this one, run it up the middle. He's got room, and he's in for a touchdown.
Baby, he just flattened the Granite City safety, put him on his back, hitting pay dirt. Good for 6 for the – was Chase a junior?
Yes.
The junior, number 1, Chase Reynolds.
Yeah. Wearing Colby Anderson's old number from last year. Colby Anderson now on the coaching staff here.
Yeah, he's standing right above us.
Yeah. Forgot to do the old change of quarter thing here, so let me do that first, and then we'll add the 6 points on there for Collinsville as Nick Shantz is going to come on to try yet another extra point, and it'll be Chase Reynolds as the holder. There's the snap, ball down, kick is on the way, and the kick is good. So Collinsville adds on the extra point to make it 54-0. We will take a timeout. Granite City will get the ball back for their first possession of the second half in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Do you have a big land improvement project that requires some outside help? Call Petroff Trucking Company. Petroff companies have been shaping the metro area since 1975. Family owned and operated, Petroff Trucking Company can do the job and do it right.
hauling, excavating, and grading. They do that and more. Petroff Companies also has roll-off dumpster rentals. They also specialize in dirt and rock sales. Petroff Trucking Company can help you develop your land for your needs. Petroff Trucking Company. Check out their website, petrofftrucking.com, or give them a call, 618-797-6100. Petroff Trucking Company, shaping the metro area since 1975. Back here once again at Kahok Stadium. Todd Duke is my name. Dr. Chris McCluskey on the other microphone. Owen Dressler from Mascoutah High School over there taking care of the camera duties for us tonight. We appreciate him chipping in as both my camera guys are gone, man. And Zach Roseman's out watching another football game, and Glenn is over at the soccer trivia night. So I'm glad that you had this set up. Thank you very much. You saved my bacon.
Everything worked out.
Yeah, it did.
Those guys better watch their job, though. Owen's
telling
doing a pretty good job.
Yeah. Out to the 25-yard line. Granite City will start from there on their first possession of the second half. 54-0 in favor of Collinsville, so all Kahawks in this one up to this point. As young Mr. Jack Brooks, the sophomore quarterback for Granite City, is getting quite the workout in the induction into the varsity side of things.
I think he's done an excellent job for what he's been, dealt. I mean, he's thrown some really good balls. He's hung in there. He's made some good reads. So a game like this, though it's tough to deal with it, it's going to make that young man a lot better and a lot stronger.
Yeah, he's taking charge out there, man. He's talking to his guys. He's making sure that got the right amount of players on the field, and if somebody's in the wrong spot, he'll point it out to them. So they got a good quarterback coming up here in the ranks. He throws a pass down the sideline, and almost a great over-the-shoulder catch there by Isaiah Ford, but just off of his fingertips and out of bounds.
I mean, we're just talking about the quarterback, and he couldn't have thrown a better ball.
Yeah.
And, my goodness. That's for you.
Once again, that winning 50-50.
One of those things that you got to bring in, right?
Yeah, we were just talking to Mr. Dressler over here, and they always teach you to cross your pinkies on those receptions. He had his hands spread apart, and the ball just split him.
Yep.
It's the old saying, the quarterback hit him in the worst spot
the
possible.
worst spot possible, the
Right
hands
in
or the chest.
Right in the hands.
Brokaw remains the lone running back. He stands over the left-hand shoulder of Brooks. Two wide receivers far, one near. Here is the snap. Quick pass out into the flats, and a nice catch and a spin and a move upfield by Emerson. Just didn't get very far after he caught the ball and did the spin move.
Yeah, John Thomas had a chance for an open field tackle, but the receiver made a real nice spin move. Earned himself a couple extra yards, but Collinsville's secondary did a good job cleaning up the mess.
3rd down and 5 now for Granite City. 4:20 left to play here in this very fast-moving third quarter. Running clock the rest of this game due to the big lead. The mercy rule, they call it. You got that in just about every sport. There's a mercy rule. Baseball, it's a 10-run lead after 5 innings.
I think we would have been here till 11 o'clock if we didn't have it. Right that first
Oh, fumble, but it bounces right back into the hands of Brokaw. He got lucky, but he'll get knocked down for a loss back to the original line of scrimmage, and it's going to bring up a 4th down for the Warriors.
And that looked like he was playing basketball.
Yeah. It bounced right back to him.
Unbelievable.
Looks like we're going to have a timeout call. This one's going to be because of an injury, and I believe Brokaw did something to his leg on the tackle. So we'll go ahead and take a break. We'll be back in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network. Schaefer Excavating and Demolition in Pontoon Beach provides complete commercial, industrial, and residential demolition and excavating services. Schaefer Excavating and Demolition is family owned and operated by former Kahawks since 1980 and have over 4 decades serving the Metro East. Schaefer Excavating and Demolition is your choice for quality and experienced work at a reasonable price. Schaefer's does jobs of any size, whether digging for water and sewer lines, site preparation, or building demolition. Schaefer's can do it all. Schaefer's Excavating and Demolition also sells backfill, topsoil, loam, and other materials. Licensed, bonded, and insured, from earth moving and land clearing to building and demolition and road construction to septic and sewer system work. Call the experienced crew at Schaefer Excavating and Demolition, 618-931-6237. Brokaw did get up and walk off under his own power, showing a little bit of a limp over there and favoring that right leg as he heads toward the sideline. So we hope that it's nothing serious and he can get back out here and finish up this game. 3:37 left to play here in this third quarter. Clock starts up once again, and it is 4th down and 10 for Granite City, and Brokaw was their punter, so if they're going to punt, they're going to have to use somebody else, and it looks like Brooks is back there as the punter maybe.
One-man show.
Yeah. He gets it off. Not bad. End over end. Takes a couple of bounces, and at the 40-yard line, it is picked up by Collinsville's A.J. Main, and Main has got himself some room until he gets shoved out of bounds. Nice return there for the young Mr. A.J. Main, a sophomore, 6'1", 162 pounds.
Yeah, great return by Mr. Main. He was patient. He followed his blockers. Very mature return by a young Kahok.
Yeah. We have a light week for you next week due to the Kahok boys soccer team being out of town in the St. Louis University High School soccer tournament. So we have a volleyball game for you against Lift for Life Academy on Monday. Then we don't have anything again until we're back here Friday night for the Althoff-Collinsville game.
Well, you deserve a little break, Todd.
I'm going to take a little break.
You've been on a roll, buddy.
Yeah.
Collinsville Kahok soccer, speaking of, has kind of returned to form here, playing a lot better over the last couple weeks.
There's a pass, and the quarterback right now for Collinsville is Logan Odell, and he gets the ball out to Matt Reynolds, who is done with his kicking duties tonight, so why not make him a wide receiver?
Why not?
Yeah.
Put the ball in some other guys' hands, give them some reps here at the varsity level.
Logan Odell has completed one pass for 3 yards this year, so that's his second completed pass, and he's batting 1,000 right now as a quarterback. He stands in shotgun. Three wide receivers on the far side. Rome Richardson gets smacked as soon as he gets the ball. Got back up to the 20, so a loss of about a half a yard. That's about it. As Jerry Richardson's younger brother.
34 Hunter Arnold looks like on the tackle by Granite City.
So Odell. So Chase Reynolds got in there for, 2 plays?
Yep, I figured he would get one series.
Yeah.
And it just happened to be a really quick series.
It sure was.
Got
That's
himself
for sure.
a touchdown out of it.
All right, for Collinsville. Got a couple of wide receivers over on the far side. Darius Williams is one of those, and the other one is Evan Edwards, as Odell looks for and finds Darius Williams, but I believe that ball hit the ground. And
I think it was on the turf. It was underthrown. We've got a hold.
Well, incomplete pass.
Got a hold against Collinsville.
Incomplete pass. I believe you want the folk. I got him on my roster. Yeah. Is he not on the regular roster? Yeah, yes. He's on my roster. Number 21, Logan Odell.
Yeah, he's right here.
Yeah. Holding against Collinsville, and that'll back him up, and it'll repeat third down as we are down to the final 20 seconds of this third quarter.
Fast-moving third
Might
quarter.
not get this play off because the play clock hasn't started yet, so.
Don't think we will.
They're going to break huddle
Well,
and come up and give it a
maybe.
try.
Maybe.
Play clock hasn't even started yet. 10 seconds left. Odell in shotgun. Has Rome Richardson over his right shoulder. A man in motion. He'll get the little handoff, and they'll be turning the corner trying to find a little bit of room, and Matt Reynolds ran out of room, and we have another flag on the play, but the clock is already down to zeros, so we will step aside, take a timeout. We'll sort out the flag when we come back after a timeout right here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Looking for a great place to watch the game with your crew? Look no further than the Lucky Fox Sports Bar in Uptown Collinsville. The Lucky Fox shows Collinsville Kahawk sports on the big screen, plus UFC fights, boxing, Cardinals and Blues, and all of the NFL games with the NFL ticket and enough TVs, you'll be sure to find the game you want. And the food? How about Taco Tuesdays, Wing Wednesdays, plus burgers and sandwiches, pizza, steak, and more, including great drink specials and the coldest beer in town. Plus, they have an in-house DJ on Friday and Saturday nights. Dine in and catch a game or order carry-out with the Lucky Fox. The Lucky Fox Sports Bar, 118 East Main Street in Uptown Collinsville. Open daily at 11 a.m. Check out the Lucky Fox Facebook page for daily specials. The Lucky Fox, 618-223-1948.
Another personal foul call here against the Kahawks as going to back them up just a little bit more, and that's the one thing that they're going to need to clean up after this game is the penalty flags. They've been coming in fast and furious. We have made it to the fourth quarter, and Collinsville still committing infraction after infraction. What was that, 7 flags for 70 yards in that first half? I think that's what I remember reading on the old stat sheet kept over there by Andy Sullins.
I wonder if we have more flags or Habermill has more tackles.
What was the flags in the first half? 7 flags in the first half for 70 yards, and we've already had a couple of flags here in the second half. So that's one thing that's going to need a little bit of maintenance done on the old playbook.
Well, you're just not going to be able to commit that number of penalties in a tight game,
no,
or a big game. And so, and yeah, it's natural. You get up a bunch, and guys, they're not going to be as focused. I mean, they're kids. But at the end of the day, you want to stay as disciplined and focused as you can every time so you don't get out of practice.
Yeah. So we'll move to the other end of the field. And third down, and I'm confused. I don't know why, but a flag seems to have put us closer to the end zone.
Yeah, I know. I don't understand what's happening.
They did say it was against the Kahawks.
Yeah.
Now they're going to march it off. I'm like, okay, that's closer to the end zone than what we were last time. So we'll move the ball back after another 15-yard penalty for unsportsmanlike conduct. What was that, a 45-yard penalty? Guy's going to keep on walking until he gets over to the ketchup bottle.
Well, here's the deal. I don't know why in the heck they had the ball down.
I don't know either.
12-yard line or whatever, because
Chris Geller was all over it. He had the ball on the 45-yard line on the scoreboard before they even walked it off.
That doesn't surprise me in the least bit. Chris Kettler knows everything about anything numbers-wise in sports. That's for sure.
Odell in shotgun once again. He has Rome Richardson over his right shoulder, and Odell takes the pass. He's going to throw. He does, and it's almost picked off. He threw it right into the hands of where am I right now? Evan Conger, and Conger just didn't catch it.
Yeah, no, Conger again hit him right in the hands.
Yeah, sure did. Worst place to hit
it's a rough place this game when you get hit in the hands.
To hit somebody with a pass.
Yeah, Odell's underthrowing the football right now, so he's going to have to plant his back leg and put a little more, as we used to say, Gaguchki on the ball.
What was that?
Ball up in the air.
What was that?
Gaguchki.
Logan Odell, 5'11", 176-pound sophomore. He's got that Ethan Bagwell build, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's a big kid.
Yeah. 2 wide receivers on both sides of this formation. Richardson is the lone running back as Odell takes the snap, goes back to pass again, gets rid of it quickly, and tried to find Matt Reynolds once again, but he underthrew that one, and that one hit the leg of one of the defenders, and that's going to bring up first down for Granite City after a turnover on downs here by Collinsville at midfield.
Turnover on downs. But, again, great experience for these younger guys to get out there, get some reps, and try to make some things happen. And that'll now give some of our younger defensive guys a chance. Looks like we've got a full second string rolling on defense now. So we'll get to call some new numbers and names here on this series.
Yes, we will. Man, I think I can pretty much throw this little thing away here, man. I got stats all over the place, and I'm not going to be able to use them all. I thought we were going to see a little Nick Shantz come in at running back. Will Swip, Coach Brett Swip's son. He's ran the ball one time for 5 yards. I'm going to go ahead and use him anyway, since apparently I'm not going to be able to.
Let's talk about him.
Yeah. David Newburn has a carry also this year for Collinsville. Matt Reynolds has carried the ball a couple of times on offense, but right now they're primarily using him as a wide receiver. Rome Richardson, coming into this game, carried the ball 7 times for 10 yards. That was in that win against Carbondale. But right now, it's all about the defense for Collinsville, and I think that Granite City also has brought in some of their backup players as well to give them some opportunity. Timeout for Granite City. We'll just go ahead and keep it right here. That's the only way the clock stops. 9:36 left to play. Receiving yards, Evan Edwards came into this game having 1 catch for 3 yards, and Jack Shepard had a catch but got tackled right away for 0 yards. So,
oh, boy.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Tomorrow, Mizzou and the Lou.
Yeah, they are.
Right? So
Yeah.
that's something to look forward to here in town.
City SC clinching a playoff berth.
Took hold of that game, our first
I know, I
city
saw that.
game ever. And
nobody scored.
I said that was the most fun I've ever had watching absolutely nothing happen. Of course, I don't know the rules. That's why Brett Borum calls soccer with you.
Yeah.
And I asked my neighbor at the stadium, I said, okay, the time's running out. What do they do, overtime or PKs, or what do they do? She says, no, we just go home.
Yep.
That's the strangest.
Very anticlimactic,
that's
isn't it?
the strangest thing that's
Yeah.
ever happened. But, man, what a beautiful stadium.
And 0-0 tie did not help them win the playoff when Minnesota lost later that night.
Oh, that's what
that
happened.
clinched a playoff spot for them.
That makes
yeah.
a little more sense.
Yeah. So, City SC in the playoffs, and the St. Louis Cardinals are not in the playoffs.
Ugh.
I know.
Ugh.
We're going to try to forget about this season like we tried to forget about the Blues season. They started their training camp yesterday, did the St. Louis Blues.
Heard them on the radio today. They were excited.
Yeah, they are. They should be. Braden Shin named the new captain.
Right.
Got some exciting players. Kevin Hayes in the trade from Philadelphia. Got Oscar Sundquist back. And plus the guys we got at the end of last year by trading away Vladdy and Ryan O'Reilly. So we'll see what happens. We got the first preseason game tomorrow against Arizona. That's a split squad game.
Oh.
2 hockey games going on against Arizona.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Here is another snap and run by the now quarterback Isaiah Ford, and he doesn't get very far as the backup defense is doing pretty good by Thomas there.
Yeah, number 17, John Thomas, makes a big hit. It's like we've got number 70, Aiden Jordan out there.
Loss of 5 on the play will bring up a 3rd down and 15.
Here comes 44, Adam Bobinette on the field.
Another Bobinette.
There is another Bobinette. May have the sweetest swing from the left-handed side of the plate in Collinsville as far as baseball is concerned.
Brock Rogers out there for the Granite City Warriors. He's just 6'5", weighs 330 pounds.
Woo, baby.
I know. There is Brooks. He's back into the game. He throws a pass downfield, but he overthrows his intended receiver, which was Damini Walker. They got some big boys out there on that backup, man.
They do have some big fellas.
I'm telling you.
Good night.
Emil Harris, 6'2", 280 pounds. And you got Luke Patton, 6'2", 300 pounds.
You got 800 pounds of guys on the line,
I'm telling
man.
you. Those are some big boys. Yeah, I went to my my grandson's
I saw that.
freshman game a couple weeks ago, and on the freshman team for Carterville, they had a kid that was 6'2", 315.
Oh, baby.
As a freshman.
Oh, baby.
Flags on the play on that one.
Bit of movement, flags
Yeah.
everywhere.
Ball start, Warriors.
You know, my grandson is probably like, 5'9" and weighs 185 pounds.
right, and that's pretty big.
That's pretty big for a freshman.
Right.
This kid was like, oh, boy. I'm like, and then on the same side, they break huddle, and here comes this dude who was 5'2", weighed 117.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. So there was quite the differential in weight and height there in the freshman ranks.
Oh, you're still at that age
Oh,
where you
yeah.
got guys maturing different levels.
Yeah.
But that's good to see them out there playing. Looks like you had a bunch of family down there, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, sure do. There's a pass down the middle. That's caught, and it's caught by Walker, and he gets taken down right about where I think this drive started from. And it'll bring up a first down for Collinsville now after Granite City turns the ball over on downs, just like the Kahawks did in their last offensive possession.
Yeah, nice defensive stand by your Kahawk backups. And now you're going to see our backup offense come in.
I think they're going to do a different quarterback each possession here is what they got going on, because I don't see Odell out there at all.
Number 19, is that right? Jace Wilkinson?
Yeah.
All right.
Chase Wilkinson is the new quarterback. Can't really see right now who the new running back is because he's turned sideways and they don't have
It
the.
almost looks like Will Swift the way he's standing.
Oh, man.
Baby. Oh, good
Oh
Lord.
boy, that was Will Swippen. Boy, he got hit high and hard.
Ooh,
I'm glad that he popped back up.
College football, that's called targeting.
Yeah.
I don't think it was
hit him up-
intentional.
Hit him
but
up kind of high.
Yeah, I mean, my goodness. Thank goodness Will walks off the field there. That was a little scary moment.
Yeah, I told you he had one carry in that game against Carbondale for 5 yards. But he's going to be negative now by about a yard after he lost 6 on that play.
Wow.
Now they're going to – they bring back Odell. No. When they're right in front of me, I have a hard time seeing numbers. There's another handoff, and not going very far was Adam Bovanet as he gets taken down behind the line of scrimmage, a loss of another yard on the play.
Speaking of backups and handing off, I cut our guest a little short off in the first half, so I'm going to let you train this young man up for a couple minutes.
Yeah, we'll talk. We'll talk a little bit.
All right.
We got 4:50 left to play here in this contest. Collinsville is winning 54-0, and the clock does stop because Granite City has an injured player on the field. So we're just going to go ahead and keep it right here and get to know Owen Dressler just a little bit more. So I heard you say you got a birthday in a couple months in November, kid?
Yep.
What's your day?
29th.
I'm the 5th, so I got you by a little bit. So what else do you like to do, man? I'm guessing you're a big sports fan.
I am a huge sports fan.
What's your favorite sport?
Football is rising up that list. Right now, though, it's definitely still baseball for me.
Always been a big baseball guy myself because that's what I played when I was little. It was a little league baseball. I never did go out for football. I was always thought I was too small. Basketball, I got an elbow in the nose when I was in 7th grade, and I quit. Other than that, I've never been on a pair of ice skates in my life, but I love hockey. So, what got future plans? I know you're only a sophomore, but you got future plans? Going to go to college somewhere?
Yeah, I'm hoping so. I'm not sure yet. As a Kansas Jayhawk fan, even though Mizzou is don't want to, but they've got a great program for this kind of stuff. But
they do.
The Kansas Jayhawk fan in me, though, is very reluctant for that.
Yeah, Matt Clark graduated a couple of years ago. He's a sophomore at Mizzou right now, going through the broadcast journalism major over there. But, of course, if you want to stay locally, Lindenwood's still got a good broadcasting program. There's a couple of guys that work in St. Louis radio that went there.
Yeah, I did know that.
All right, back to action. And another snap. That one's taken, and a throw down the middle, and it's caught. And into enemy territory we go, but going to be a little short of the first down, so it'll bring up a 4th down. And the catch. Evian Edwards with that catch. I have a hard time seeing the numbers when everybody thinks right in front of me because the numbers are only on the fronts and the backs of their jerseys. So kind of trying to figure out who's who right now with all the shuffling of players going on.
Yeah, I've had that issue myself.
3 wide receivers over on the far side, one over here on the near side as Jace Wilkinson continues to run the quarterback position here for Collinsville. A high snap, and the ball dropped, and I believe Wilkinson jumped on top of it. The handoff was going to go to Amari Berry, I believe, and I think they ran into each other, and Berry dropped it. So another turnover on downs, and the Granite City Warriors will get the ball back on offense as the clock continues to move with 3:40 left to play here in this 4th quarter.
Man, the Granite City fan section, they have cleared out.
Yeah, they were packed over there, and it was nice to see them wearing all the gold shirts as well. It is the Golden Game here tonight. Childhood Cancer Awareness Game for Collinsville, and some of the Granite City folks heard about it as well and also purchased some gold shirts, and they were over there. Now, yeah, you're right, I'd say about 70% of that crowd's left.
Yeah.
Same thing over here. Collinsville's crowd has gotten kind of thin as well, as we are down to the final 3 minutes left to play here in this contest, as Granite City once again brings out their starting quarterback, Jack Brooks, and also back out in there is Ryan Brokaw, as Granite City wants to try to avoid the shutout and put some points on the board. Brooks takes the snap, looks over toward, oh boy, he waited just a little bit too long, and he got creamed by Logan Abernathy, a 5'10", 170-pound sophomore, and that looked like it might have hurt.
Yeah, he looked over towards this near side, and then just chose not to throw it over here, and it cost him
about 10 yards.
Yeah, that was not sure what he didn't see. I mean, I didn't get a good look if he had a guy over here open, but
Well, he had Brokaw over his left shoulder, and he looked at Brokaw and then turned around and looked the other way, and by the time he did, he was hammered by Abernathy. So, 2nd down and 20 for Granite City. Under 2 minutes to go here in this fourth quarter. 54-0 in favor of Collinsville. Brooks back to pass. He's looking. He's got some time. He throws it down the middle, and he just threw it right behind the intended receiver, which was Isaiah Ford, and I believe one of the Kahawks kind of rolled up on his ankle, and he came out there limping, but he appears to be okay. So what's your favorite class in school there, Owen?
oh, that's a good question.
Put him on the spot. Astrophysics, right. You know, I interview seniors all the time when it's finally getting around to their senior year, and I always ask them that question. What's their favorite? What's their least favorite? And 9 times out of 10, it's a math or science thing that's their least favorite.
Yeah, I'm not a science guy.
I love science. I just don't understand a lot of it. 1:10 left to play here in this fourth quarter. Brooks in shotgun again. He's going to go back to pass. He heaves one over to the far sideline, and a little push-off over there against Matt Reynolds, but still, Damini Walker was unable to bring that one in, and it's going to bring up a 4th down and 20 now for Granite City. We're under a minute to go. We'll see if they have time for one more play. As you know, Granite City's trying to get some points on the board so they don't leave with a goose egg, but that's looking more and more likely now.
Yeah, my favorite class, though, probably is my audio-video class that I'm taking right now.
Totally understandable if you want to get into this business.
Yep.
Down to 30 seconds. Play clock hasn't even started yet. So they're going to, I don't know what they're waiting on to start the play clock, but they've taken down the chain gang, or they're marking off a penalty. That's what it is. So by the time they get that penalty marched off, there's going to be no time left on the clock. Matter of fact, both teams are heading to their respective sidelines, and that is going to do it. Collinsville wins this one here tonight, 54-0. Owen Dressler, nice meeting you, man. Thank you very much for your help. I appreciate it.
Oh, thank you so much for letting us come up here tonight. It has been it's been a blast, and really appreciate it.
No problem, man. I'll give Dr. McCluskey my contact information, and you can, if you have any questions for me, I'll answer them as best I can.
All right, thank you so much, man.
No problem. Thank you. A big thank you to Owen Dressler. A big thank you to Dr. McCluskey joining us as well. But now it's time to transition into the post-game show, brought to you by LC's Pub in Caseyville. That's where I'm going right after this, by the way. LC's Pub in Caseyville. Great food, great service, served up daily at LC's Pub in Caseyville, 605 North Main Street. Give them a call for carry-out orders. LC's Pub, 618-855-9007. Post-game show. That's what we got coming your way next on the Kahok Sports Network.
Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahawk fans, before, after, or even during Kahawk games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahawk games live, as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carry-out orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahawk fans' pub of choice.
The Collinsville Education Association is a proud supporter of KahawkSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education and represent over 400 educators in 11 schools in both Madison and St. Clair counties. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page or the CEA's website at collinsvillecea.org.
Are you in need of a new mailbox to go with your new home? How about a new mailbox to replace your old one? Look no further than Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes in Collinsville. From economy to custom, Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes can create a mailbox that suits your needs. Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes is licensed and insured. They use only high-quality materials and offer a satisfaction guarantee policy. Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes can also make your very own axe throwing set, hanging or standing. Whether you need that axe throwing set or a new mailbox, you need Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes in Collinsville. For more information, get a hold of Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes at 618-680-0208 or online at needanewmailbox.com.
Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahok fans, before, after, or even during Kahok games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahok games live as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carryout orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahok fans' pub of choice.
And we welcome you back into the LC's Pub post-game show here on the Kahok Sports Network. Collinsville wins this one here tonight by a final score of 54-0. And joining us now, offensive coordinator Drew Cordes. Well, that's a little bit more like it. I know that Granite City came in here depleted, but you guys got to do some things and score some points.
Yeah, when you get a game like this, you still got to execute. I mean, we did have a bad drive. You know, we had a missed block, then we ran the wrong route, then we overthrew a pass, and then we dropped a pass, and all of a sudden we don't score on that drive. And that's what's frustrating, is because those have been our bugaboos the last couple weeks, and we skated by Carbondale getting away with them, and last week they came to bite us at the end, and, you know, we can't have those, but it was good to see us bounce back. We did a lot of good things, and now we just got to we got to see what we did well. We got to see what we need to still work on, because we got a huge game next week, and we're back on the winning train, and we're not ready to get off of it.
Yeah, and you guys did just about everything out there tonight except score a safety and kick a field goal. You had a fumble recovery for a touchdown. You had an interception for a touchdown. You had running touchdowns. You had passing touchdowns. You had pretty much everything.
We had pretty much everything, and that's when you look back and you're like, okay, we could have walked into this game and just gone through the motions. We still probably would have won just because – let's face it, we were the better team. That's going to happen in a football game. When you're the better team, it's how you come ready to play. If you want to play down to the competition, then it could be a lot closer. You can do some things wrong, and then it gets, you start to panic a little bit. But when you just do what you're supposed to do, you take care of business the way that we did today, you start to feel good about yourself. Because we've had games in the past where we leave, it's a score like this, and we're feeling really bad. But that's not one of them games. We did a lot of good things today.
I don't want to be Debbie Downer about this whole thing, but 10 flags against Carbondale, 8 flags last week against Mount Vernon, and 9 flags this week for 95 yards. So there's something going on there that you guys need to fix. How do you fix it?
Just got to clean it up. I know some of the holding calls are just like real, not anything specific. It's just we have to be better. We have to be a step quicker so we're not getting – called for a hold. We cannot jump off sides. We can't get false starts, that kind of stuff. It's a lot more focus-based penalties than anything, and some of those at the end, it is what it is on those.
Yeah, I understand that.
Some of those were the JV, but we do need to focus up a little bit more when it comes to that, because a game like last week, penalties killed us. A game like next week, penalties will kill us. So we can't afford to have that come back and bite us.
Yeah, you got Althoff coming into town next week, and Althoff is definitely not Granite City.
Right, Althoff is a very good team, and we know what they're capable of. And they're 2A team, but they're not a 2A team.
No.
They are very well, in the mix of this conference, and they play very tough teams. They have a very talented roster. And like I said, we got to do what we got to do. We have to have another very good week of practice, which we did this past week. And we have to come ready to play. We have to be 100% focused up. We can't make any mistakes. We can't have any silly penalties. Excuse me. We just got to play the Kahok way, and we'll take care of business if we do what we're supposed to do. Now, if we play around, if we get tight, if we lose focus, it's going to be a tough one, which is going to be a tough one anyway. But we gotta bring our game next week, and we're excited to get to work on it.
All right, man. Congratulations on the
All right,
win. We'll
thank you.
see you next week,
Yep.
and we'll see you at LC soon.
All righty.
All right, that's Drew Cordes, your offensive coordinator for your Collinsville Kahawks. We appreciate him visiting with us on the LC's Pub postgame show. A big thank you once again to Colton Rhodes joining us on the pregame program, and another big thank you to Owen Dressler, who kind of saved our bacon here tonight by taking over the camera duties once the huddle camera apparently wasn't going to help us out. Another big thank you to Ryan Getter, who is the fast-approaching head coach of the Collinsville Kahawk disc golf team. We appreciate him joining us for the halftime show. And again, a big thank you to Dr. McCluskey joining us on the other microphone. My name is Todd Duke, and we're back at you Monday from Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium as Lift for Life Academy comes to town for a little Lady Kahawk volleyball. The soccer team is on the road at St. Louis University High School next week in a tournament, so we don't have any soccer for you. So we have volleyball on Monday, then we'll be back here 1 week from tonight as Collinsville will take on Althoff in week number 6 of the high school football season. So again, thank everybody for tuning in, and until Monday night, everybody have yourselves a fantastic weekend.